Rams come back up with it. Again, back to Mullenix at the free throw line, and she is going to be fouled. That one is going to go on Rachel Johnson. Her first, team's first. And Caleb says we are now rolling like big dogs. So we got the YouTube stream up and going. I won't even say how much I'm going to have to buy the hamburger to pay for that one. As this one goes into the middle, Mullenax, turnaround jumper won't go. Fight for the rebound, and I do believe Michaela McClowry is going to get her first.
Sometimes you just got to trick the system. There are ways to fool internet firewalls.
There are ways to fool it.
I do know how to fool a firewall every once in a while.
That's there you
don't
go.
Don't tell Burns that.
Yeah.
Don't tell the kids that either.
Yeah. First shot by Tika Baker is up and no good. Score is still 2-0 here on the Taco John scoreboard. Second shot by Baker is good. So Bighorn now with a 3-0 lead. South looking to get it down, and that pass from Quist. Cheyenne South, the passes are kind of like spray and pray at the moment. They are just all over the place. So that pass was intended for Johnson, but over her head. So on the turnover, and that was a big item last night against the Lady Bronx of Burns. Cheyenne South turned the ball over a ton, but then both teams did, so it kind of washed out.
Well, that is something that Brody did talk about when we talked to him beforehand. It's a turnaround. It's a tough turnaround to figure out how to make that quick transition to a 10 a.m. game.
Yeah. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Baker, and Baker will put it back up and in. Bighorn now off to a 5-0 lead. Quist, top of the key, comes near side. Now we'll reverse it. Gets it over to McClowry. McClowry passes out to Brennan. Brennan gets it down into the corner. Morales shot for three, won't go. Rebounded is going to be put back up by Brennan. That's too hard off the glass. The Rams come out with the basketball. Phillips will bring it down. She is the point guard. The gal in the middle is Mullenax, Emmy Mullenax, as they've got her cutting through the south zone. There's a turnaround one-hander, won't go. Rebound by Brennan. Gives it off to Quist. Quist sets up top of the key. Bighorn in a man-to-man as Quist has it knocked away. And now some substitutions in for South is Elena Lunsford. She'll come in for Brennan. As again, this is a short turnaround for these girls. They played last night. That game finally finishing up around 9 o'clock or a little after 9. Good inbounds pass from Cheyenne South. They get it into Lunsford. Lunsford leaves the shot short, and Bighorn comes out with the rebound. Gives it off to Phillips. Phillips sets the offense, top of the key. 2:55 to go. South set up in a 2-3 zone. They get it around to Taylor. Ava Taylor making her first appearance. Got it on the elbow. Now we'll reverse it to Aubrey Butler. Inside to Phillips. Phillips kicks it back out. And now we'll get it back and bring it back out. Coming near side. Bighorn being very patient. Paige Zent on the left wing. And now the Lady Rams rotating, trying to find a spot in that zone to attack. And so far, South has held pretty well. Comes to Zent. Zent now top of the key. Gives it off to Phillips. Phillips. Bighorn looking inside, trying to get it inside. Finally, they get it into Phillips, who was cutting across the lane. She will kick it back out. There's a drive, a shot up, no good by Ava Taylor, and a whistle. That foul is going to go on Michaela McClowry, and here we go again. McClowry with her second. First shot up and good by Taylor. She'll have one more. You getting the buzz?
It's making sure I'm messing with the right headset.
Misses the second one. That one will clip the bottom of the iron and then go out of bounds. It will be South basketball. Grace Hogan checks in for Bighorn. South with the basketball. Shot up, no good. It will be grabbed by Bighorn. Coming down will be Ava Taylor. She'll give it off to Brogan. Gonna have it stolen away by Brennan. Nice steal by Caitlin Brennan. She'll give it off to Johnson, to Quist, top of the key, count it. Lawson Quist finally gets Cheyenne South off the snide with just under a minute to go. It is 8-3. Actually, it should be, scoreboard is incorrect, as a three-pointer is going to be put up good by Paige Zent. South down in a hurry, 38 seconds to go. Into the lane, Quist. Now we'll kick it out to Brennan. Back to Quist. Quist lobs it, is going to be over everybody's head, but Johnson grabs it on the backside, gets it into Brennan. 15 seconds to go. There's a shot by Johnson for three. Count it. So the shot by Quist, they're saying, was only a 2. And now Brennan almost with another steal. With 3.8 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. Bighorn leads 9-5. It's like once South kind of jogged things loose.
Able to kind of get some momentum on their side.
A little bit. 3.8 to go. Bighorn basketball, 3, 2, 1. And Bighorn will not get a shot off. After 1 quarter of play, the Bighorn Rams are in front by 4. It is Bighorn Lady Rams 9, South High Bison 5. We're back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
You know, right now is a perfect time to start thinking about the holidays. Hi, this is Larry Prowdy for Gift Connections, now on eBay. On your computer, go to ebay.com/STR/Gift Connections. Without the eye connections, and sample all of the exquisite line of Rolf Lidberg figurines and Tom-Tars that are imported from Sweden and sold here in Cheyenne and Laramie County. These are wonderful conversation pieces, or add that special extra touch during the holiday season. And they're also great gift ideas, too. Vince, the Cheyenne veteran, reminds you to order today and save 30% off your next order, and he'll deliver your order the next day. Holiday shopping is so easy when you find Gift Connections now on eBay.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Burgraff at Burns Elementary School. Hey, we got Doug back in the office again. Good job.
Yeah.
As we get into this second quarter, it took Cheyenne South like 7 minutes to get off the snide. And finally, they get a bucket from Lawson Quist, then they get the three-pointer from Rachel Johnson, and boy, I'll tell you, is scoring going to be like a little thin today. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Lady Bighorn Rams with 9. Paige Zent with the big three-pointer. Tika Baker with 3. For Cheyenne South, they'll come out with Brennan, Lunsford, Mellish, Maddie Morales-Semental, And Quist. That inbounds pass intended for Brennan. Good idea. I'm going to say not the best execution as the pass just over the fingertips of Quist.
No, absolutely. It was a tough play there on that one, but
yeah, nobody touched the ball, so it's going to be side out to the Bighorn Rams.
That's going to be the biggest thing I think for this season is learning to execute a little bit cleaner.
Absolutely.
You're starting to understand the offense if you're South. It's just kind of, okay, now that we understand the offense, now it's learning how to be patient, how to run it correctly.
How to do something with it.
Be precise with it rather than be good with it.
So the Rams do get a little movement there out of that South zone. First shot's no good. Second shot's no good. Third shot's no good. Finally, Brendan comes down with the rebound for South and a whistle. As that foul will be on Tika Baker, her first team foul for Bighorn. Morales gets it ahead to Lunsford. Lunsford kicks it back, shot up, no good by Brennan.
To be fair on those three-pointers, that is a tough backdrop to be shooting into.
It
you
is.
got a dead black. There's a little bit of character to it because it's a curtain, but it's a black curtain that is right behind the backboard.
This is an old school gymnasium. There is a gym at the far, or I want to say a stage at the far end. And yeah, the curtain's there. As Bighorn gets it down in a hurry, and he heard that one from our vantage point as Matty Morales got a pretty good hack on Tika Baker.
That's one of the biggest problems for South on the defensive side. I think once they get into the half-court set, they're actually really, really strong on the defensive side. It's getting back on that fast break sometimes where
they're getting beat.
They're
getting beat down the floor.
And it's not for lack of effort getting down. It's just that hesitation of that half step. It goes back to that little things of executing perfectly instead of executing okay.
So Baker missed the first one, made the second one, and Bighorn now leads 10-5. Quist with the basketball on the elbow, brings it out, top of the key. Will set the South offense. Tried to get that one into Brennan, but stepping right in front of it and picking it off was Maui Orem. Down quickly, the Rams, as Tegan Butler will put in the left-hander. And the Rams now lead 12-5. Quist, Morales, inside to Lunsford. Lunsford turn around, just going to come up short and rebounded out by Bighorn. Lady Rams down in a hurry. Again, Bighorn going left to right across your K-Ray radio dial. A shot put up. I think Morales got a hand on that one, partially blocked it as the shot by Maui Orem doesn't connect with much of anything, but they're going to say last touched by Bighorn, so South will come out with the basketball. Brennan off the pass from Quist, goes to the far side, the elbow, and her pass intended for Morales going to be picked off by Mullinax. Shot up, no good. Rebound fought for. Mullinax comes up with it, tries it again, still not going to get it. Lunsford will clear the board for South. Gives it off to Quist. Quist, top of the key. Lightning green, is that what the...
Lightning or electric? I had to go back and do some research on that one. I've seen both of them now, but yeah, lightning green.
You should get a pair of those.
I tell you what, man, I'd go for more of the purple shoes that we got sitting here in front of us, though.
Woo, man. Oh, now those are cool. Yeah.
Especially the two-tone. She must have a pair of each.
Yeah, I got another pair just like them at home.
Green and purple. One's green, one's purple.
There's a shot up, no good, but coming up with the rebound is Butler. Butler on the putback is going to be fouled.
Tell you, man, shoe game, it's impressive anymore.
So coming up with the foul will be Charlie Mellish. Look at they call her Chuck. I like
Chuck. Hey, we had a Chuck on the L-Trip soccer team the last 2 years. Was a Charlie as well, and yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I've always been a fan of the find other ways to say the name.
First shot by Tegan Butler is no good. Second shot is good. makes it 13-5. South breaks the press. Whole shot's a little long by Morales. And Bighorn clears out the rebound.
South settling a little bit too much.
Yeah. A little, I don't know, not quite awake yet. Is that pass going to fly out of bounds into the South bench as the Butler trying to make that pass off the posterior. 13-5 is your score, 5:06 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. Quist with the basketball. Comes near side, drives to the baseline, kicks it out. Now into Lunsford. Lunsford turns around, takes one off the glass, off the rim, comes up just a little short. Bighorn comes up with the rebound. Butler will drop it back to Phillips. Phillips, top of the key, goes far side to Zent. Zent back out on top to Baker. There's a pass, shot, top of the key, won't go. Rebound is going to be fought for. Coming out will be Orem with the basketball for Bighorn. Gives it off to Butler, and she'll put it up and in. Butler with now 5 points in the quarter, 7 for the game. And South High lost it, got it back. Brennan got it back. There's Lunsford with the shot from the baseline, count it. Elena Lunsford.
Love the reaction from the bench there for South, too.
Yeah. Now for the Lady Bison, though, they're going, these dry spells are just hammering them. As that pass intended inside for Butler is knocked away. Johnson will come back into the ball game for South. Brennan will trigger it in, gets it off to Morales, and Morales is going to be fouled. That'll be Tika Baker. That's going to be her second. So South basketball. Brennan will trigger it from the side. Gets it off to Quist. Quist ahead to Brennan. Brennan gives it off to Morales. Baseline three. Count it.
Morales, she started to find that range yesterday. Now starting to pick that range up again today.
Her first points of the ball game, and get South a little closer, 15-10. Bighorn with the basketball. Tried to dump that one inside. Pass was intended for Orem. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Bighorn basketball. Butler will trigger it in. Gets it around to Brogan. Turn to. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Bighorn. Going to swing it around to Butler. Butler, shot up, no good. South finally comes out with the basketball. Morales will go down, far side. Kicks it back out to Quist. And that is going to be knocked out of bounds. Let's see who's last touched by. They're going to say last touched. Last touch by South. So Bighorn basketball. Bringing it up the far side is Phillips.
Got 2 bars. I don't know what it is.
Shot put up for 3, in, out, won't go. Rebound fought for. Zent comes up with it. Lunsford. And now a timeout on the floor. So with 2:27 to go on the Taco John scoreboard, it is Cheyenne South 10, Bighorn 15, a timeout on the floor. So we'll take a 30-second break as well. We're back to
Chick-fil-A
high school basketball
at
on
Windmill
1480
and Del
Cable.
Range serves up breakfast, lunch, and dinner each Monday through Saturday. And at Chick-fil-A, they don't have to stray from their menu. They're proud of what they do all the time. Chicken. Check them out online at CheyenneChicken.com and have them cater your next event. Use the convenient drive-thrus. Come inside or use the Chick-fil-A app to do your next order. Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange.
This isn't the barn. It's not the barn. This is the elementary school. And we thought we'd have a little better.
It is
a little better? Okay.
It is a little better.
Caleb says it's a little better, but it's not a whole lot better.
We're ready for it. That's what makes it a little better.
That's probably what makes it better. This is the Winter Classic, by the way. And for the South High Bison, offense has been at a premium with just 5 points in the first quarter, 5 points here in the second quarter. And right now they trail by 5, 15-10. For the South High Lady Bison, scoring, Quist has got a pair. Morales has got a tray. Rachel Johnson with a tray. Lunsford with a 2. It has been kind of rough going. Got to learn how to put the biscuit in the basket.
That is a skill you learn.
Yep. Maybe if I trade pencils, they'll have better luck. 2:27 to go. It's going to be Bison ball underneath their own underneath the basket, Bighorn basket. They get it into Morales. She'll drive down the far lane, and it is going to be stripped away, taken away, and Bighorn comes out with it. The turnover's killing the Bison.
Well, similar to yesterday.
Top of the key, Phillips sets up shop, goes far side, Brogan. Her pass going to be picked off by Quist. Quist ahead to Morales on the break. Morales can't control it. Gets it to Brennan. Kicks it back to Johnson. Puts up the long three. Won't go. Rebound is going to be put back. No good by Morales. And finally, Lunsford will get it to go. 15-12 as the breakdown of the South defense. Paige Zent all alone under the basket gets the deuce. Brennan ahead to Morales into Lunsford. Lunsford, the lefty, left it short. Fight for the rebound, and you're going to get a jump ball. So Johnson and Lunsford, along with Brennan, have kind of solidified the middle a little bit for Cheyenne South. They get it to Quist. Swing it around to Johnson. Baseline, Morales. Inside Lunsford. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded, Bighorn. Top of the key, Phillips. As the Rams swing it around, Butler. Inside to Zent. Zent is going to be fouled. So with the foul, picking up her first will be Elena Lunsford. Headed to the line will be Paige Zent. She'll get a pair. Off the back of the iron. First one is no good. Zent with 49.1 to go here in the first half. Second shot is good. Makes it 18-12 and a 6-point Ram lead. Quist shoots this one ahead to Lunsford. Lunsford down the baseline. Kicks it back out to Quist. Quist back to Lunsford. Turnaround jumper from 10 is good. So Elena Lunsford now with 6. There's a drive, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Bighorn. And that's Tegan Butler. And a whistle. As Lawson Quist will pick her first. with a timeout on the floor, 25 seconds to go here in the quarter. 18-14, as South has picked up the offense a little bit. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange serves up breakfast, lunch, and dinner each Monday through Saturday. And at Chick-fil-A, they don't have to stray from their menu. They're proud of what they do all the time. Chicken. Check them out online at CheyenneChicken.com and have them cater your next event. Use the convenient drive-thrus. Come inside or use the Chick-fil-A app to do your next order. Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange.
And Johnson.
High school basketball.
Bighorn with the basketball. There's drive shot up, no good. Rebound, put back, no good by Orem, or rather by Mullinax. And that one, let's see who that, Elena Lunsford will pick up her second as Bighorn in the bonus. First shot up and good by Mullinax. Second shot by Mullinax on the way. Nailed them both. Quist with the basketball. Gets it ahead to Morales. Shot from the baseline for three. Too strong. Bighorn with the rebound. 10 seconds to go. 20-14. Bighorn just going to work for the last shot from the baseline, from the corner. Long, strong, too strong by Butler. And that will end the half. At the half, the Bighorn Lady Rams 20. South High Lady Bison 14. We're back after we take a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Hi, this is Larry Proity from the Morning Pro Shop talking about affordable computer repair. Lanny at Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne reminds you whenever your personal computer, laptop, or iPad is not performing to your standards, then it's time to call Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne at 307-256-8971 and let Lanny's many years of experience fix or address the problems that may exist. Also, watch out for those bad elements out there to harm your computer. Affordable Computer Repair is the perfect choice to consult you on the proper maintenance for your. Since 1992, I've taken quite a few of the Proetti family vehicles to have them serviced at Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service. This is Larry Proetti from the Morning Pro Shop on KYOI-FM, inviting you to come to locally owned and operated Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service at 604 West Lincoln Way. I can tell you everything that needed to be serviced or fixed. John and his professional staff have been there to take care of those minor annoyances so they don't multiply into bigger problems. For example, regular oil changes, replacing a heating and air conditioning unit, shocks, windshield wipers, batteries, even replacing the bulbs in my headlights and my brake lights. But the most important feature at Cars is that John is a TechNet professional, which says he is one of the best and trusted in the country to do service on your vehicle. Open Monday through Friday. Stop by to 604 West Lincoln Way or call for an appointment at 632-0498. Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service.
The first of two on this Friday. As coming up after this one, it will be the South Bison and the Bighorn Rams. And we have know little about the Bighorn Rams, but we know they probably have some athletes. They are the 2A state football champion. So I'm going to guess a lot of these kids play both ways.
Absolutely. It's a lot of size over on that side for sure. That was something that we saw yesterday with Burns, and actually saw South handle the size really well. The question is going to be the speed. Do they have the speed to keep up
Right.
Once you or in the Bighorn Rams side of things, do they have the speed to keep up with South? Because that was where South was really impressive yesterday, was in their ability to get down the court and pester you and get back.
And then get back on defense. That was very important. Let's check the scoring first for the Bighorn Lady Rams. They are being led by Tegan Butler. She's got 7. Paige Zent with 6. Tika Baker with 4. Emmy Mullinax with 2. And Ava Taylor with 1. The Lady Rams scoring 9 in the first and have 20 here at halftime. So they managed to stick 11 on the board. Scoring for the South High Bison has been just a little on the thin side. Lawson Quist has got 2. Maddie Morales Semental with 3. Rachel Johnson with 3. Elena Lunsford off the bench is where their firepower has been coming from. She's got 6, all here in the second quarter. So for the Lady Bison, just 5 points in the first quarter, 9 in the second, and here we sit with a 20-14 lead.
They once South, you mentioned it, after that 7-minute drought, if you take that off of the board, you're sitting with South either up by 2 or in a tie game at this point in time. They really did a good job once they found their footing. Now during this break, it's can you keep that momentum going forward for yourselves, and can you make the adjustments into that second half as well?
Yeah, that's been the big thing is, boy, it's going to be a lot of adjustments by both squads, really. Bighorn went back to the locker room. Cheyenne South is like sitting right out here on their bench. And they're Brody Epler discussing things. Don't forget, this is the first of 2, as the South Bison will be coming on in game number 2. Got the nice win yesterday, last night, over the Burns Bronx, and there was a point in that ball game where Burns had the lead to 10, and South held them right there. They never let Burns cut that lead to single digits. And that was obviously the key point of the ball game. So for the South High Bison, we'll see if they can keep that momentum rolling a little bit on this Friday morning.
Well, you say that too, and that was something actually both coaches, when we talked to them, talked about that exact moment during the game.
Yeah.
And they said that was something that was really, really impressive for them to kind of hold on to. And I think that was the part for this South team, is knowing that you can hold a team off and win the important moments for this team. And this is a team, we got to remember, didn't win a game last year.
Right.
Like
it was a tough year.
And a lot of those kids are back. When you talk about them, I think they're hungry to try and prove to people, like, hey, we're better than we looked last season, just talent-wise, that we have on this court.
Right. So they do get off the schneid this year. They get the win over Burns. And it was a fairly convincing win. So for the South High Bison, it'll be interesting to see if they can keep that momentum rolling on this Friday morning. All right, we've got about 4 minutes to go here in the half. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to the K-Ray studios for a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break. We're back in 2. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Community is caring. Hi, this is Bobby Jo McGraw, and at Platte Valley Bank, not only do we provide a variety of financial services, we also provide leadership and volunteer time to support many community activities. We give our time, talent, and resources to help local organizations that have an impact on our friends and neighbors. Together, we can make a difference. Platte Valley Bank, you belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
the Bighorn Rams are going to match up pretty well with the South High Bison.
There's some length over there on their side of the court for sure that they can bring, and physical-wise, you mentioned it, a lot of players on these teams end up doing double duty, and I'm sure the football team isn't going to be the weak players coming out there onto the court.
No, and it's always, you always get a chance to kind of get a preview, and it really looked like, the Bighorn Rams are going to be able to, I'm going to say, put a pretty competitive team onto the court. So, yeah, again, it will be the Rams and the South Bison boys coming up after this contest. And then, we get, I don't know, I think we're headed on the road again next weekend. I don't want to, knock on wood or cement brick, whichever works, but this preseason, a lot of it is considered preseason for these high school teams. They hit these tournaments like this one here in Burns, the Winter Classic. I know South and East, or not South, but East and Central spend a lot of time playing down in Colorado.
Go down to Greeley, play a couple in those tournaments.
Yeah.
Down there. Eaton, I think, hosts a big one as well that they've been known to go down to. And that's one of the things. It's not necessarily trying to make a knock against Wyoming basketball, but when you're at the 4A level, if you want to try and get better, you go down and play some of those bigger schools that are down in Colorado that just have a deeper rank of competition that they can go against. There's 60 schools in the 4A level in Colorado. There's 20 at the 4A level in Wyoming. It's just getting new teams.
And the level of competition is very high. That's why I think Cheyenne has a bit of an advantage. I know Sheridan will go up into Montana and play some games. Gillette, I think, will venture off towards Rapid City.
And a lot of the same thing even with those. You're talking about more populated states. You're talking about states that are when you talk about the big towns, the biggest towns in some of those are six figures, not necessarily talking 5 figures.
5 figures, right. It'll be Bighorn basketball to start this third quarter as the Lady Rams going right to left across your K-Ray radio dial as they shoot a pass into the inside. Now we'll kick it out. Shot from the corner. In, out, won't go. Going to be rebounded, put back by Orem. In and out, won't go. The rebound's going to be run down by Phillips of Bighorn. Get it around to Mullinax. As Quist almost did get a hand on it, knocked it loose, but Baker will run it down for Bighorn. Gives it off to Butler. Butler on the elbow, comes top of the key to Mullinax, down into the corner to Phillips. Phillips on the elbow, inside to Butler. Butler turn around, left-handed, won't go. Rebound is going to be fought for and knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Bighorn. Michaela McClowry fighting for that one. No, they're going to say last touch by Bighorn, so it will be South basketball. As Bighorn now will come out into a full court press as South gets it down. Quist drive shot, left it short as Mullinax got bumped into, and now you got to travel on the fast break.
Brody was about to jump out onto the court, and I heard the "oh my god," and then heard the whistle. I was like, okay, you did see it.
Yeah,
he's fighting for his team early on in this one. He knows if they can get the first basket of this third quarter, that's big.
Oh yeah. So South basketball underneath their own end. They get it. Quist gets it in, shot up, no good by McClowry. Rebounded by Bighorn. A drive down the floor, shot put up by Butler, no good, but a whistle. I think Butler headed to the line. And that one is going to go on Michaela McClowry. She has now got 3. She had foul problems last night as well, and I think eventually ended up fouling out of the game.
I'll tell you what, Butler has been a thorn in the side inside, though. She is I'm assuming she was a pretty impressive volleyball player for Bighorn as well, because she's got the size, she's got the athleticism to really make a difference on that inside, and she has definitely taken advantage.
Yeah, Emmy Mullinax first shot off the back of the iron, no good. She is the girl in the middle for the Bighorn Rams. Second shot is good. So Bighorn strikes first here in the third quarter. Now lead 21-14. Now Quist has her pass blocked. Bighorn's going to come up with the basketball. Mullinax is going to get the 2. As again, these full court press, and again, South turns it over. Phillips comes up with the pass as the inbounds pass was knocked away. Mullinax, top of the key. Down into the corner to Butler. Off to Baker. Back to Butler. Into the corner, Mullinax. She'll load up the 3. That's off the iron, no good. Rebounded on the backside by Orem. Her put back, I think, is partially blocked. And finally, getting it up and in will be Emmy Mullinax. And Mullinax now with 5 here in the quarter. And you got a timeout. Brody Epler wants to talk about this as the Rams have run out now to a 25-14 lead as they have scored 5 unanswered here to start the second half. Back in 30, you're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange serves up breakfast, lunch, and dinner each Monday through Saturday. And at Chick-fil-A, they don't have to stray from their menu. They're proud of what they do all the time. Chicken. Check them out online at CheyenneChicken.com and have them cater your next event. Use the convenient drive-thrus. Come inside or use the Chick-fil-A app to do your next order. Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange.
And they get it into the hands of Caitlin Brennan, who knocks home the 3-pointer. Man, did South need that. 25-17 now. The Lady Rams of Bighorn with the 8-point edge. Rams with the ball. South still hanging in that 2-3 zone. And there's a drive off the wing by Tika Baker. She'll take it to the hoop and score. Morales gets it ahead to McClowry. McClowry dishes it off. Shot up, no good by Johnson. They'll get it off to Mullinax. Down quickly, the Rams. There's a reverse layup shot. Won't go. South will come out with the rebound. Brennan. Ahead to Quist. Ahead to Morales. Morales. Drive, shot, off the glass. Left it short. Rebound, Bighorn. Leah Phillips with the basketball. Comes near side to Mullinax. Gives it off. Drive into the lane by Butler. Shot up, no good, but Bighorn gets it back. Butler with the putback won't go. And here come the South High Lady Bison. McClowry to Johnson. Johnson shot partially blocked by Baker, and that is going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Bighorn. 4:12 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. 27-17, Lady Rams by 10. As South gets it into Brennan. Brennan puts up the 3, won't go. Rebound tapped in by Johnson, but right into the hands of Tika Baker of Bighorn. Gives it off to Phillips. Phillips. Inside, pass is knocked away. Mullinax comes up with it into the lane. Shot up, no good, and rebound going to go out of bounds. So last touch by Bighorn as Aubrey Butler checks in for the Lady Rams along with Ava Taylor. The first of 2. We've got Bison and Rams coming up after this one. South with the basketball. Tried to get it into Brennan. Pass is going to be knocked away, taken away by Butler. Butler can't hang on to it, and Quist will come out with it. I'm going to say Quist, though, stepped on the end line. So you get the turnover, you give it right back. As Charlie Mellish checks in for South. She'll replace Morales. Triggering it in for Cheyenne South will be McClowry. Johnson's interface. South into a man-to-man defense. They get it into Phillips. Her shot up, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Let's see who touched it last. They're going to say South. So Bighorn basketball again underneath their own end. With the basketball is Phillips. Phillips inside into the lane. Shot up, no good by Butler, as that shot will go off into the stage. So on the turnover, it will be South basketball. Brennan to Johnson. Johnson on the wing. Pass intended for Brennan, knocked away. Butler comes out with it. Gives it off to Phillips. Phillips, top of the key. Now goes far side. Finally, Quist does get the takeaway, and we'll get the breakaway and the two. So Lawson Quist, pestering Phillips, finally got the ball away from her. Makes it 27-19. And timeout on the floor with 2:31 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. 27-19, Bighorn Lady Rams. We're back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching on 1480 K-Rain.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Paid for by Federal Highway Safety Funds.
R.J. Fox along with Caleb Burgraff at the elementary school in Burns, where the Winter Classic continues. Cheyenne South, after playing last night, and finally that game wrapping up a little after 9 o'clock last night, come out at 10 o'clock this morning, and here we go again. These kids really get that tournament feel out of this.
It's the one thing, as a coach, you might want them to be a little bit more judicious on when they schedule you, but sometimes it's like, hey, you got to learn this at some point in time, and we might as well learn it this time of year, not necessarily into the middle of January or February when you try to put that type of a schedule together.
Right. I think this tournament does continue tomorrow, but our coverage wraps up today.
Yeah, they had a full slate. They're using about 5 gyms for this tournament. They're using Pine Bluffs. They're using Burns. They're all over the place right now. I think I've counted the list of about 12 teams, maybe even more, that came down here for this.
A shot up, no good. Rebounded by Cheyenne South, and we have got a person on the floor. That is Johnson. That is not good, as Rachel Johnson has been one of the key members off the bench for Cheyenne South. She logged a lot of minutes last night, and she's logged a lot of minutes in this game. As a matter of fact, she started this contest. She was not listed as a starter, but she did start the game.
I'll tell you what, that's the tear. I get the stages and I get doing games in elementary schools, but you got two things that suddenly do to a varsity team when you put games like this into an elementary school.
Yeah.
You put the stage there, obviously, which is a risk because they have a padding that is not even with the floor over there. I think that's probably what happened. She probably turned her ankle on that padding.
It sloped a little bit.
But the other thing, you don't have, the depth to the back walls, because elementary school kids don't need necessarily, they're not going as fast, they're not going as hard. And the other thing is you have a shorter court. Yeah. So all of a sudden, when you get your momentum going on the fast break, it's, I thought I had 10 more, 15 more feet, and all of a sudden you're at the basket already.
There.
So
yeah.
It's tough to make that adjustment for 1 or 2 games, and then go back to practicing at home when all of a sudden you're back onto the full-size court.
So the good news is Johnson is up, but she is being assisted off the floor by the South trainer, and it does look like very much so she turned an ankle or something along that sort. It will be South basketball underneath the Bighorn end. And Bighorn out in a full court press. The South gets it into Morales. Morales' long pass is going to be over everybody. That would have been a pretty good pass for about a 15-yard down and out.
The streak down the middle?
That was a streak right down the middle and just over the fingertips of everybody.
It's my favorite play in the Air Force playbook.
That's it.
Taken by surprise on the play action.
So Bighorn with the basketball. You got Leah Phillips running the offense. Out on top to Mullinax. Inside to Butler. Butler on the cut. Cut off. Now the ball's loose. Scrum for the ball. Coming out with it is Morales. Going to get it ahead to Brennan. And Brennan will get it up and in.
Love the move. Brennan is going to, at the 4A level, you're going to need to make sure you don't take that extra dribble. She didn't need to. She could have taken 2 steps and had the lane. That's a learning process, though. She put herself in the right position.
1:35 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. 27-21 as South has cut the lead. Cut the lead to 6. I know what, that bottle of water is killing me. It looks like water, I swear. Mullinax, top of the key. Pass in is going to be knocked away. They're going to say last touched. Last touched by Bighorn. So South is going to get it back with 1:17 on the clock. So this is going to be a grab and go. Oh, somebody untied a shoe. All right. So all good to go. Ava Taylor gets it all laced back up. Brennan brings it up the court, gives it off to Quist. Quist, top of the key. Now goes far side, hands it off to Brennan. Brennan gives it off to Morales. Morales hands it off to McLowry. And into the lane, McLowry is going to put up the shot, won't go. Fight for the rebound. Morales came up with it, but she came down on the end line.
McLowry had a good positioning there. Just, I think sometimes you run away from the contact whenever you get that good positioning, and that's something, again, she'll learn. It's not bad. Once you actually get into the spot, finding the contact's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that earns the end one, or at the very least you go up strong with it, and you don't necessarily worry about the person coming in behind you. But,
So
as we talked about before, learning contest.
Learning contest. So it'll be Bighorn basketball as they did turn it over and back to South as Brennan will bring it back up. Her shot from the foul line is partially blocked by Taylor. Taylor comes out with the loose ball, will put it up and in. That was an odd sequence. 29-21. Morales. Great pass, but unfortunately it was right to somebody on the Cheyenne South boys team, which is sitting on the bench. (29-21). 25 seconds to go on the Taco John scoreboard. Mullinax brings it up for South. Will drive down the lane as South now into a man-to-man. And Mullinax just drove the length of the floor and laid it up and in. 6 seconds to go. Brennan. There's a shot up. Good by Lacey Gray. It was only a 2, but hey, we'll take it. 31-23 after 3. We're back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Community is caring. Hi, this is Bobby Joe McGraw, and at Platte Valley Bank, not only do we provide a variety of financial services, we also provide leadership and volunteer time to support many community activities. We give our time, talent, and resources to help local organizations that have an impact on our friends and neighbors. Together, we can make a difference. Platte Valley Bank, you belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, Fox, along with Caleb Burgraff, as we are at Burns Elementary. And
I think we're the coldest people in the gym, too.
I'm pretty sure we are Because this is one of those things, for those of you that have never been to Burns, the cell phone reception out here, for some reason, is like not much.
It's not just Burns either. It feels like it's a lot of small schools, and then when they build these gyms, and these old gyms, before cell phones were there,
Right.
they didn't take that into account, and so we are currently in the corner, right beside the south bench, which is actually kind of cool because we get to see the interactions there and see kind of the sides there. I've never hated this angle necessarily, but we're also by a door.
Yeah, we're also by a door that we've had to prop open just to improve our cell phone reception to enable us to bring you these ball games.
For those watching on the video stream, this is what we are talking about.
Yeah, and there is a very nice breeze coming through that door.
Yes.
Which I'm sure, some of these players that have been
They've been wondering why.
Yeah, as they're running up
There's
and down
AC
the court.
over here.
And you and I are sitting in here. They're sweating like dogs. You and me are sitting over here in a corner. We got our hoodies on.
Kind of wishing we could be running up and down the court,
Yeah.
to be honest. It would give us the warmth.
South High basketball to start this finally fourth quarter. Shot up by Morales for three. Won't go. Brennan, though, comes out with the rebound. Gives it off to Morales to Quist. Quist. Back to Morales. Going to swing it around to Mellish. Back to Brennan. Brennan, top of the key to Morales. To Quist. Quist. Back to Brennan. Brennan with the drive. Lost control. Now will be fouled. We'll wait to see who this is on. First team foul this quarter. That's going to go on Maui Orem. South ball as they get it into Brennan. Brennan, turnaround jump shot won't go. Rims out, and Mullinax will grab the rebound for the Bighorn. South basketball, or South Bighorn basketball, loose. Ball knocked out of bounds. Let's see who touched it. They're going to say the last to touch was South. So Bighorn will inbound underneath their own basket. 7:17 to go in this one. 31-23. Bighorn leads as they get it into Baker. Baker on the wing, gives it off to Mullinax from the corner, who nails the three. It's not hard to figure out after watching some of this game on where Bighorn's offense is going to revolve, and it is going to revolve around Emmy Mullinax. Morales with the jumper, won't go. Rebound fought for, coming out with a nice rebound by McClowry. Put back, though, is no good. And the rebound comes down to Baker. She'll give it off to Phillips.
Ref's letting them play a little bit right now. Morales, there could have been an argument for a whistle on that three that she took on the near side, as the player from Bighorn ended up kind of running her down a bit. I can see why they didn't, but I think if you're South, then you got to start hoping a few of those calls go your way.
Quist down quickly for South. We'll put this one off the glass, and good. Lawson, Quist.
I think the wall from Bighorn came a little bit quicker than she was anticipating, but that's where you get an athlete that's able to adjust, and great job by Lawson to make that one go down. I don't think she thought that was going to go down after it left her hands, though.
So with this man-to-man defense that South has moved into now, Bighorn has really spread the floor. And they're getting some cutters as that shot up no good by Phillips, rebounded by Cheyenne South. Brennan came out with it off to Quist to Morales. Morales. Back to Quist, top of the key. Drives, dishes, shot up from the corner. No good by Mellish. Rebound Brennan. As now Bighorn has dropped into a man-to-man. Morales gives it off to Quist. Quist will drive. Drops for Mellish. Back to Morales. And timeout on the floor. As Brody Epler wants to talk about it a little bit. A lot of ball movement, but not a lot of action for South. 5:30 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. It's 34-25, 9-point lead for the Bighorn Lady Rams. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening.
Taco John's queso is so good you could drink it. Or you could enjoy it in a cheesy queso boss burrito or with our potato olays. Forget it. The ultimate queso takeover is back for a limited time at Taco John's. Ready for some festivities? Fill up on holiday cheer at Taco John's. For the 29th year, Nachos Navidad is back with seasoned beef, nacho cheese, and festive red and green tortilla chips. 'Tis Nachos Navidad season, only at Taco John's.
RJ Fox, Caleb Burgraff back at the Burns Elementary. The Winter Classic. 5:30 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. 34-25 is your score. It is a 9-point Lady Ram lead. Bighorn will have actually South basketball coming out of the timeout. Brennan will inbound, gets it in to Quist. Quist to Morales. That pass across intended for McClowry, but it is tipped away out of bounds. Last touch by Bighorn. So South will inbound from the side. They get it into Quist, into Morales. Shot up for three from the corner, no good. Rebound grabbed by Butler. Butler down in a hurry. Dishes it off to Baker, and Baker will cash it in to make it 36-25. The lead now 11. Brennan, she'll put it up for three. That's off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound Bighorn. Baker comes up with it, and a whistle. That foul is going to be on Charlie Mellish. That'll be her second. Mullinax will trigger it in to Phillips.
Tell you what, the South defense has not been a problem at all in this one. They can be really proud of the defensive effort they put out.
And there, Quist with the steal will drive and put it in.
They just need a little bit more of that coming off of the defense. Our college coaches preach this so often. His defense will turn into offense eventually, and that's what you're hoping for if you're South right now to go on a run.
36-27, the lead at 9. Bighorn with the basketball into the lane, shot up, no good by Butler. Rebound fought for, knocked out of bounds, and a whistle. That one is going to go on Tegan Butler. That will be her first. Team second. Into the ball game for South will be Lyric Gay, who will replace Brennan to give her a break. It'll be South basketball. They get it into Quist. Quist, as they tried to get it to Gay right on the sideline, ending up in the Bighorn, ending up in the South bench was Emmy Mullinax.
That was perfect. She's right in the middle of the seat.
Yeah,
that was perfect.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I'm going to trade teams right now. Maybe help them out a bit this time.
There you go. South gets it into Brennan. Shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound. Put back, no good. And grabbing the rebound, Mullinax. But Mullinax threw it right to Quist. Quist couldn't cash it in. And Mullinax gets the ball back. And now you got a whistle.
That's just tough break for Quist. She knows it too. She did everything perfectly on that right place. Get the steal. Just could not get it to settle through as it kind of spun around the drain and rolled off.
Quist ends up with the foul.
That was a makeup foul. She was trying to make up for the missed shot.
Yeah. Only her second. It'll be Bighorn basketball as Mullinax has it top of the key. Comes far side to Baker. Baker on the cut. Nobody was watching Leah Phillips, and she will knife through the lane and collect the two. South ahead quickly. McClary to Quist. Quist into the lane. She'll put up the one-hander. That won't go. Rebound is going to be fought for, loose. Quist going to come out with it for Cheyenne South. Ahead to Brennan. Brennan brings it back out. Gives it off to Gay. Gay for three. Too strong. Rebounded Bighorn. Lady Rams down in a hurry. Butler looking for somebody, is finally going to find Phillips, top of the key, back to Mullinax. Mullinax down into the corner to Orem. They get it back into Mullinax. Mullinax will pivot into the lane and bounce it off the glass for 2. As on the defensive switch, McClowry ended up on Mullinax, and Mullinax just a bigger, stronger girl. Shot up from the elbow for 3, no good by Gay. The fight for the rebound. Mullinax will end up collecting that one. That's her first, though. Really nobody in any foul trouble. McClowry's got 3. That's really about it. Bighorn has only 5 team fouls the whole game.
They've played a pretty clean game when it comes to what they've done. They've just kind of set back and forced South to make mistakes and then taken advantage of them and capitalized, getting out on the run.
So McClowry sinks the first. Would you believe it if I told you this is the first free throw to be attempted by Cheyenne South in this game?
That actually does still come across as surprising. But that goes to the fact South's been sitting outside shooting. I think the size of Bighorn, or length rather, maybe not size, of Bighorn has caused them some discomfort as far as trying to want to get the ball in size, and they haven't been able to use their size to counter it very often.
So a timeout on the floor. Brody Epler calls the timeout. 2:36 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. 40-28 is your score. We'll be back in 30 seconds as well. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
At First Tier Bank, we strive to keep it simple. We offer great rates on a variety of CDs, and we don't make you open other accounts or be a new customer or use your debit card 12 times a month or have a direct deposit to get them. We leave that nonsense to the new big green bank in town or some colorful credit union. At First Tier, we simply invite you to come on in and call either of our 2 Cheyenne locations and get a great rate on a CD that fits your needs. Simple, the way it should be. First Tier Bank, 1508 Stillwater Avenue or 18th and Cary in downtown Cheyenne. Member FDIC.
Graph at Burns Elementary for the Winter Classic. The first of 2 on this Friday. Coming up, it will be the South High Bison and the Bighorn Rams. Boys action.
That should be a good game. I'm gonna go ahead and give way to you for doing the play-by-play on that game. We're gonna let RJ have some men's action.
We're gonna have some fun. So, Mellish, Quist, Morales, Brennan, and McClowry for Cheyenne South out of the timeout. Bighorn basketball. They get it to Mullinax. Down the near side. Reverses it out. Gives it off to Taylor. Taylor to Mullinax. Taylor back to the top of the key. As Bighorn running this cutter back and forth along the baseline. But Mullinax will just drive, put up the 10-footer, and good. Took care of that. So down quickly, South got a whistle and a foul. Headed to the line will be McClowry. The foul is going to go on Paige Zent, her first. As Bighorn, up 42-28 here with $1:56 to go, has emptied out a lot of the bench. McClowry's first shot off the glass all right, but does not go through the hoop. So the first one is no good. Ooh. Second shot is also no good. Bighorn with the rebound. With the basketball, Taylor. Who will swing around and put that one up and in. So Ava Taylor gets on the scorebook. Quist with 1:27 to go. Tried to shoot that one into McClowry. It's going to be over her head. Ball's going to be kicked back out to Morales. Her shot up and no good. Rebound comes out to Maggie Brogan of Bighorn. And a timeout on the floor. With 1:08 to go on the Taco John scoreboard, we'll be back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Berggraf back at the Burns Elementary School as the Winter Classic continues. As we're doing repairs.
We're the pit crew.
Midstream.
We are the pit crew.
We are the pit crew. We are everything. All right, I think we're good.
One more.
Yeah.
Always do one more.
It never hurts.
Right when you think you're good, always do
one more.
Pro tip, folks, for if you're getting into radio. Always do another.
Always.
That also includes the postseason post-celebration afterwards. Always do another.
Always do another. So 1:08 to go. It's going to be Bighorn basketball underneath their own, side out. As they get it in to Phillips, who's checked back into the ballgame. Phillips being bugged by Quist. Quist just going to poke it out of bounds. Actually, that was not Quist. That was Mellish. So Bighorn will load it back up and start again. Butler gets it into Phillips. Phillips. Bighorn just kind of working it around with 51 to go. And now you're going to get a push foul here by, I believe, probably Quist. Indeed, that will be her third.
Almost like you could see the play-by-play better on my screen right now.
I think so. Yeah. We got the South High boys standing right in front of us.
Hey, they're getting ready for their game, and that's not one to tell them to move.
No, they're fine.
They're good.
Yeah, they just. I'd say this, but it's kind of like counterproductive. It's like they need to be shorter so I can see the scoreboard. So
I don't know if Brandon Wolf would be very happy if you made that comment.
Probably not.
Can you find the shorter kids at the school? Switch with some wrestlers. Bring some wrestlers out here next time.
So Paige Zent will collect the personal foul, and now the pass from Phillips is going to be picked up by Brennan. Brennan down the sideline has it poked away. She'll just let it roll out of bounds with 29 seconds to go on the Taco John scoreboard. The last touch by Bighorn. So South. They get it into Brennan. Brennan turns, shoots over Mullinax, but a whistle. That one is going to go out of bounds. I'm going to say last touch by South. So Bighorn's got it. They'll just give it off to Mullinax and let her dribble it up the floor. Working against Mellish. Mullinax goes far side. Drops it off for Phillips. 9 seconds to go. And Phillips just has it poked away by Quist. So last touched by, looking around the crowd here, they're going to say that this is Cheyenne South basketball. So South will head up to Morales. Morales will drive the baseline, put up the shot, won't go. Bighorn with the rebound, and that's the ball game. For the South High Lady Bison, not the ending that you would want. Only scoring 5 points in that fourth quarter, and things just offensively not very pretty. It is Bighorn 44, South High 28. with our final score. We'll be back after this 2-minute and check the scores. Back in 2, you are listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Since 1992, I've taken quite a few of the Proetti family vehicles to have them serviced at Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service. This is Larry Proetti from the Morning Pro Shop on KYOI-FM, inviting you to come to locally owned and operated Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service at 604 West Lincoln Way. I can tell you everything that needed to be serviced or fixed. John and his professional staff have been there to take care of those minor annoyances so they don't multiply into bigger problems. For example, regular oil changes, replacing a heating and air conditioning unit, shocks, windshield wipers, batteries, even replacing the bulbs in my headlights and my brake lights. But the most important feature at Cars is that John is a TechNet professional, which says he is one of the best and trusted in the country to do service on your vehicle. Open Monday through Friday. Stop by to 604 West Lincoln Way or call for an appointment at 632-0498. Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service. Page Lane at Number One Properties is a tremendous supporter of our local student athletes and extends sincere best wishes during the season to our local and county high schools. Page is extremely proud to be a member of our great community. So when buying or selling your property, the one name people have trusted through the years to take care of your personal needs and desires for your home is Page Lane at Number One Properties, including making sure that all I's are dotted and T's are crossed. And most importantly, Page is thankful for your referrals too. Talk with Page Lane today at Number One Properties.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Burgraff back at Burns Elementary as the Lady Bison have come up short in this one by a final of 44-28. Scoring, first let's check it for the Lady Rams of Bighorn. They were led by Emmy Mullinax. And, when we talked with Coach Brody Epler at the beginning of the ball, or in the pregame show, he was flat out honest. I mean, he said they really didn't know anything about the Bighorn Lady Rams. Well, they found out as Emmy Mullinax ran away with 16, 14 of that in the second half of play. Ava Taylor had 5, Paige Zent finished with 6, Leah Phillips with 2, Tika Baker with 8, and Tegan Butler with 7. The Lady Rams scoring 9 in the first, 11 in the second, 11 in the third, and 13 in the fourth, and with a final of 44 points. For the South High Lady Bison, they were led by scoring by Lawson Quist. She had 8. Lyric Gay with 2. Michaela McClowry with 1. Caitlin Brennan with 5. Rachel Johnson with 3. And Elena Lunsford had 6, all in the second quarter, but then really didn't play a whole lot in the second half. So the Lady Bison scoring 5 in the first, 9 in the second, 9 in the third, and 5 in the fourth quarter with the total of 28.
Well, and I did notice that the Bison did kind of limit that. They went a bit deeper into their bench yesterday than they didn't. They probably that was forced because they had foul trouble, but didn't quite go as deep into their bench this time around.
So with that contest, of course, I believe the Lady Bison have another one probably tomorrow. I think I haven't looked at the schedule. Now, coming up next, we do have the Bison of Cheyenne South.
Bison boys.
Bison boys taking on the Bighorn Rams, and Rams got
they got some length to them.
Yeah, they definitely got some length. So it should be a very entertaining ball game. Can't wait for this one. We'll take I'll tell you what, we're going to take about a 3-minute timeout, about a 3-minute break, as we kind of shift gears and kind of get things mixed matched around here a little bit. So we're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and then we will come back as we get set for boys basketball. It is the Bison and the Rams, Bighorn and Cheyenne South. We are back in 3 minutes. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
MHP is a certified public accounting firm located in both Cheyenne and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also continue to invest time and resources in continuing education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and valuing their relationships with you. MHP is a proud supporter of local and UW athletics. MHP, check them out at their new location at 1509 Bent Avenue in historic downtown Cheyenne, or call 634-2151. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union is now offering a simple way to help make your money work for you. Meridian Trust will now pay 4% interest on their Max Rewards free checking accounts with balances up to $25,000 per month. Get all the details at mymeridiantrust.com or stop by your local Meridian Trust branch with 3 locations in Cheyenne. 4349 East Lincoln Way, 1602 East Prairie Avenue, and downtown at 2223 Warren Avenue. Right now is the perfect time to become a Meridian Trust member. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, where your deposits are safely insured by the NCUA. Be sure to stop in today.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Paid for by Federal Highway Safety Funds.
Plan your next adventure with a new 2025 Kia Telluride. Right now, save during our Season of New Tradition sales event. I'm AJ Miller for Kia of Cheyenne, and this vehicle has what it takes. Luxury, safety, space, power, and awesome looks. The 2025 Kia Telluride has available 8-passenger comfort, extra ground clearance, plenty of technology, and numerous advanced collision avoidance features. Call 775-0123 or go to kiaofcheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Paid for by Federal Highway Safety Funds. At First Tier Bank, we strive to keep it simple. We offer great rates on a variety of CDs, and we don't make you open other accounts, or be a new customer, or use your debit card 12 times a month, or have a direct deposit to get them. We leave that nonsense to the new big green bank in town, or some colorful credit union. At First Tier, we simply invite you to come on in and call either of our 2 Cheyenne locations and get a great rate on a CD that fits your needs. Simple, the way it should be. First Tier Bank, 1508 Stillwater Avenue, or 18th and Cary in downtown Cheyenne. Member FDIC.
Yeah, it's like adapt. Sure.
You know the one thing that hasn't dropped though? The stream. We have my rigging of the stream seems to be working right now. So now watch. Now that I said something, I just did it.
You need to knock on wood, knock on cement.
I just did myself in. Did myself dirty on that one.
I did manage to find some starters.
Good.
Not a lot of them, but. Oops. Oh, we're going to go with. You know, if nothing else, we can. I actually watched a gentleman do a game one time. Did not have a roster whatsoever. Just made up names as he went along. And it was really one of the more entertaining ball games I'd ever heard.
Was it nicknames, or was he trying to name them John and Mark?
It was, it was just
Curly and Mo and.
As the pass going to be taken away by Des Waters. South basketball to get things started. Aiden Mitchell with the ball. Des Waters going to have it taken away. That's Barney with the basketball for Bighorn. The Rams in their white uniforms, maroon numbers, gold and maroon trim. They get it down deep to Adsit. Adsit, his shot won't go. Waters will come out with the rebound for South. Drives ahead to Fernandez, Josiah Fernandez, and he runs into some heavy traffic. A whistle. That is going to be an offensive foul on Josiah. His first, team's first. Bighorn with the basketball. Adsit comes top of the key to Doak. Drive, they're going to count that one. Adsit is going to get the bucket and a foul, as Josiah Fernandez is going to pick up his second. So, my goodness. Oh, okay.
We got some fuzz coming in, so we're trying to.
All right. Adsit will complete the three-point play. 3-0 Bighorn. As we apologize for some things, it's a lot of fun this morning.
We've been working through it.
Yeah. Waters with the basketball, gives it off to Cotton. Cotton hands it back to Callahan. Callahan, a shot up, no good, rebounded by Bighorn. With the basketball, McInerney has it poked away, taken away, and coming up with the basketball will be Cotton. Cotton down quickly, shot up, no good, long rebound is going to be run down by South, as again the three-pointer up, no good. Bighorn will clear it out this time, and the pass in is going to be picked off by Callahan.
Makes me wonder. You said McInerney. That makes me wonder if McInerney's related to the same McInerney that played at LCCC in volleyball for a while.
Very well be.
Not a name you hear very often. You tossed out, and I was like, whoa, I recognize that name.
Yeah. Carrera with the basketball for Bighorn. Drive shot off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound is going to be cleared out by South. Cotton will bring it down. He'll set up on the elbow.
If he is, that's an athletic family that comes from, if that's the same relation there.
Well, I know that there were a lot of McInerneys involved in, they were big into rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shot for three, count it. Dimitri Cotton ties this ball game up at 3 apiece.
Man, he started heating up from 3 in the fourth quarter. He had 12 points in the fourth quarter, including a pair of deep ones.
A drive and a shot by Doak won't go. Rebound cleared out by Cheyenne South. There's another three up off the back of the iron by Cotton. Bighorn will clear it out. Down to the near side, McInerney. Swings it around to Doak. Shot up, no good by Barney. And South now with the rebound. Quickly down, Mitchell. Drive, lays it up and good.
And this is what Central did so good last year, kind of the blueprint now that I think you're going to see a lot of 4A teams do. Run as quick as you can. Get somebody down the line.
Grab and go.
Led them to a state title, and now it's imitation's the best form of flattery, and that's the biggest thing I can see out of South these first two games is they catch it and run.
Yeah, they grabbing it and they're going. So 4:13 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. 5-3, South with the lead. We're back in 30. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray. Thank you. Okay.
Overnight stays, weekend getaways, or last-minute vacations. However you choose to get away, earn double rewards on your travel purchases with your Platte Valley Bank Rewards credit card. Earning is twice as nice on hotels, airlines, car rentals, and more, now through December 31st. As always, earn 1 point per dollar spent on everything else, plus no annual fee. Apply now at pvbank.com and start earning double today.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC. Subject to credit approval, certain restrictions apply. Special offer only valid on consumer rewards credit card.
Travel, so the shot will not count. That's Carter Gray. And South turns it right back over. South played with a lot of energy last night. We'll see how they can do this morning.
Let's see if they can keep the energy going this morning. I also find out there are some teams that are playing doubleheaders. South's got a doubleheader today. They take on Pine Bluffs, at least the women do, or the girls do, and I'm assuming the boys will be taking on the same duo, as that'll be another one later this evening.
Bighorn working it around. They finally find a cutter in Sage, Jacob Sage, as he will get it up off the glass and good. 5-5, 3:19 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. Water, turnaround, shot up off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound, Bighorn, and now you got a whistle. I think committing the foul from behind. I think you're going to get Aiden Mitchell here on this one. Indeed. That'll be his first.
Man, both these teams bring energy, and that's one of the reasons why the defense have been able to hold it to 10 points in the first 5 minutes between the two teams.
Rams basketball pretty heavy on the inbounds play, and a whistle on the shot. Des Waters will get his first. Headed to the line, Chase Garber. And a rebound off the shot. Going to bounce out right into the hands of Carter Gray. He'll nail the 15-footer. 8-5. Bighorn up by 3. Waters ahead quickly to Roybal. And now we've got a ball tied up in the lane. The possession arrow is pointed toward Cheyenne South. Triggering it in will be Decker. Gets it to Waters. Waters into the lane, one-hand shot's going to be blocked. by Jacob Sage. Rams down in a hurry, get the shot up, won't go. Coming out Cheyenne South, Callahan, and he will lose control. Now coming into the ball game, we've got substitutions for South. Dane Barton will come in. Dimitri Cotton will come out.
So we're going to drop. You're ready to drop.
Yeah. So with 2:22 to go. Shot up, no good from South. Rebound, Bighorn. Cruz Hernandez.
You mentioned the fact we might eat one. This might be the moment we do. Some activity
Yeah,
comes right into our corner.
Ball's right in front of us, yeah. Bighorn with the basketball. Hernandez gives it off to Gray. Gray around the far side. Hits the cutter, Hernandez. He'll turn around, jumper from 6, won't go. Fight for the rebound. Coming out with it is one of the wide bodies. That's Chase Gardner. Going to be taken away by Cheyenne South. Decker. And now a whistle. So the foul going to go on Cruz Hernandez, the sophomore. It'll be South basketball. Roiba. And a whistle as Cruz Hernandez, I believe, has picked up his second.
Sorry, I got distracted a little bit. I just saw one of the most impressive threes I've ever seen in my life over in the L Trip McCook game with a 0 on the shot clock and a guy in the stands.
Nice. As this pass going to be taken away by Hernandez. He'll drive, pivot, and now you're going to get a whistle.
By the way, for those who are wondering why I'm very, very quiet over here at times.
You're double dipping.
I've got L Trip men's basketball going on the road right now, so they're down 92-86 to McCook with 1:20 to go.
Coming up with that personal foul will be Roybal.
Roybal's an energy bunny for this team. We talked about it. That's the only way I can describe it. He brings a ton of just positive, good energy to this team out there on the court and does the little things for this team.
So Hernandez misses the first one. Adsit will check back in for Bighorn. Hernandez's second shot is good. And more substitutions in for Bighorn as Garber checks back in. He'll replace Hernandez. South basketball, 8-5. Bighorn leads by 3. With the ball, Garcia. Up for 3, won't go. Fight for the rebound. Can't tell who's got it. There we go.
Look on the end line, one of the Bighorns.
Yeah. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Cheyenne South. 1:03 to go here on the Taco John scoreboard in the first quarter. Pretty entertaining ball game as there's a drive at high speed by a very big guy. Bridger Doak will lay it up and in.
5-0 run in the last 3 minutes last 2 minutes rather for the Bighorn and the Rams.
43 seconds to go. And a timeout. Yeah, timeout on the floor with 42 seconds to go in the quarter. We're back in 30. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480.
At Fat Boys Tire and Auto, our business is about more than just selling tires and fixing cars. We believe in faith, family, and community. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and 3 generations later, our values have never changed. When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys, and we'll treat you like family. Fat Boys Tire and Auto in Cheyenne, Laramie, Scottsbluff, and Wheatland. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Berggraf back at Burns Elementary for the Cheyenne South Bison and the Bighorn Rams. And, you know, for a 2A squad, this Bighorn Rams squad is
big.
pretty good size.
And they are right now very athletic, too.
As South on the inbounds play, get it into Decker. Decker drives, tries the reverse layup, no good, but a whistle.
I feel like the other thing about this Bighorn team is not just like 2 or 3 big kids. Like, they go into the bench and they got another 3 or 4 that are down there that they can bring in. And they got some more size that comes with them, not just long, but some size that comes with them. So that's what South is having to deal with right now. Burns just had the 2 big kids last night. This one, okay, now we can refresh.
Yeah. So the first free throw by Decker, no good. Second shot, also no good. Fight for the rebound. Bighorn comes up with it. Barney. Top of the key. Into the near side. Gives it off to Wolf. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Cheyenne South. South working it around. Callahan. Over to the corner to Mitchell. Mitchell gives it off to Decker. Shot at the buzzer, won't go. So after 1 quarter of play, it is the Bighorn Rams 10, Cheyenne South 5. We'll be back with the second quarter of action right after a 60-second timeout, a 60-second break. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Suddenly it's all so clear with Gill Windows.
The Gill Window Company in Cheyenne is a family-owned local window supplier that's been servicing Cheyenne and the area for over 30-plus years. If you're looking for replacement windows, sliding patio doors, or custom windows, the Gill Window Company is the perfect choice. Call 307-778-3037.
Suddenly it's all so clear with Gill Windows.
Wyoming owned and operated since 1971, Burns Insurance is Wyoming's right choice for your insurance needs. Burns Insurance is a trusted choice, full-service, independent insurance agency offering a full range of commercial, agricultural, and personal insurance products through many national and regional carriers. Let our friendly, experienced agents help you find the right product at the right price for your asset protection. Buy the policy, get the agent at Burns Insurance, your right choice. Find Burns Insurance on Facebook or at burnsia.com.
Berggraf hanging out in Burns for the weekend.
Been fun.
Yeah, it's been a ball.
Yeah, the games have actually been really, really entertaining to see out there on the court. Have there been some other frustrations? Yes, but that's just small school radio broadcasting.
Absolutely. It will be Bighorn basketball to begin this second quarter. As South comes out with Decker, Callahan, Waters, Mitchell, as this ball is going to be stolen away, taken away, and then it will be stolen back. So South had the steal and then gave it back away. Hernandez with the ball. Pass intended for Cruz, going to be picked off. A shot up, no good by Decker, but a whistle. Caleb Adsit will pick up his first. Shot is no good. Right now, Preston Decker finally knocks home a free throw. I was saying he was looking at an 0 for 3, headed for an 0 for 4 golden sombrero. Fernandez with the basketball for Bighorn. Gives it off to Adset. Back to Fernandez. Shot too strong off the back of the iron. And a fight for the rebound. Going to be tied up. And finally, South will come out with it. Roybal.
Nice block by Waters inside, too.
Yeah. Gives it off to Decker. Decker. Into the corner to Roybal. Roybal drives the baseline, puts up the shot, and a whistle. This one is going to go on Caleb Adsit. He will pick up his second. And back to the line will be Roybal for Cheyenne South. Makes the first.
And again, that South defense doing the same thing that the girls team did, and that's just keeping them in this game right now while they wait for their offense to kind of find a rhythm. And you talk about a gym that's a change. We talked about the backdrop, but even the lighting in this gym for shooting is not great.
Not great. So South, Roybal will miss the second shot. There was a rebound to put back. That's no good either. Bighorn comes out with the rebound. And in what I would call a pretty physical mismatch, Roybal is having to guard one of the bigger players on the floor, Avon Barney. Roybal picks up Preston Decker rather picks up his first. 12-7 is your score. And finally, Cheyenne South will knock one loose. Callahan will put it in.
They needed a field goal to go down. That's the biggest thing out of that.
Yeah. There's a shot, no good, but the rebound is going to be grabbed, put back up and in by Bridger Doak. 14-9. On the Taco John scoreboard. There's a shot put up by Callahan, no good. South with the rebound to put back, no good. Another rebound put back, and a whistle. That's going to go on Cruz Hernandez. His second. At the line will be Trevian Roybal, who will drop the first shot. Makes it 14-10. Nailed them both. Bighorn with the basketball. They get it to Absett from the free throw line. Turnaround jumper, good. 16-11. Into the lane, shot up, one-hander, no good, but getting his own rebound is Decker. Gives it off, shot up for three, no good, and Bighorn comes out with the basketball. They get it off to Doak. Doak cross courts this one to Gray. Gray into the lane. Shot up for three, no good. Rebounded by Garber, and almost ate that one we did.
I was a little afraid that Garber was going to be the or Doak.
We were
that Garber was going to be the one that was coming under, and I was going, oh, that's a big boy.
He does not look like a very small kid either.
That's your defensive tackle for the football team. You're either that or a defensive end, and he's not he's quick and athletic. That's like Shaq coming to the Phoenix Suns bench that one time.
Yeah, you're going to clear things out. Adsit got the layup. Point blank makes it 18-11. Gets fouled and is now headed for the old-fashioned three. Can't get it to go. Waters will clear it out. I think a lane violation, Cheyenne South. So Adsit will get a second try. Into the ball game for South, Dane Barton. as he'll give Roybal a break. He got a second shot at it, but still didn't come up with it. Barton grabs the rebound, and South down in a hurry as the pass knocked away out of bounds. It will be South basketball underneath their own end. Get it into Waters. Waters in a crowd. Hands it out. Shot up by Barton. No good. Rebound, Bighorn. Here come the Rams. Pass intended for Gray. Going to be picked off by South. There's a three-pointer on the way. No good by Cotton. And South, I thought, had the rebound, but ball got knocked out of bounds. Back into the ball game for South is Roybal, as he will give Waters a break. And that pass, it was a good thought by Doak, but the pass went left, and Barney went right, and that was that.
Doesn't always work good when you get crossed up.
No. That's just, just going to have to play some games to work that out, timing and getting used to playing with each other. South, Callahan, drive, shot, no good. Rebound, Bighorn. 18-11 is your score on the Taco John scoreboard. Here's a shot up for three. That's short by Barney. Rebounded by Bighorn, but a whistle before the putback. That one going to go on Dane Barton. Headed to the line for Bighorn is Caleb Adsit. He's got 7. Misses the first. One more on the way. Missed them both. But getting the rebound going high for that one was Jacob Sage. And Bighorn had it and then knocked loose out of bounds. Last touch by Bighorn. South finally catches a break as Decker outruns the defense to the far end of the floor and lays it up and in. 18-13, and now gets the turnover as Decker putting the pressure on Hernandez. Hernandez dribbles it off his foot. So 3:44 to go here on the Taco John scoreboard. 18-13, and South with the chance to cut into the lead. There's a shot by Waters. That went way high, didn't catch much of anything. Hernandez again poked away from behind, and then Hernandez will steal it back. Gives it off to Gray. His shot is up, no good, and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Bighorn and a whistle. Caleb Adsit has picked up his 3rd for Bighorn. He's their leading scorer. He's got 7, and he is now going to find some spot on the bench. So with 3:22 to go, South High with the ball. Callahan goes far side to Decker. Back to Callahan. Callahan off the screen. Gives it to Waters. Waters at the elbow. Back to Callahan. He'll drive, he'll shoot over a crowd. Left it short, and Bighorn comes out with it. Barney. Oh, man. You know, Carter Gray isn't very small either.
No. I was ready, but I was late, so I was protecting him. But
for those of you on the YouTube feed, if all you saw was a big white number 11, that was Carter Gray of the Bighorn Rams. As the inbounds pass is going to be knocked away, blocked.
We're flirting with danger right now. That's all I will say.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, it's now down that side a little bit. As South gets it in, Josiah Fernandez.
It's a good thing I was always bad at flirting.
Yeah. Man, oh man. With 2:32, Waters with the ball into the lane, puts it up from the baseline. Count it. Tough shot from Des Waters, but he finally gets off the snide, gets his first two. It's now a three-point game, 18-15.
South's just lingering around right now.
Yeah. That shot from the baseline for three. Count it.
That's a tough way to see that extra offense that you're getting.
Yeah, that was Colby Butler.
Fernandez 3 ends up catching the lanyard that kind of connects the stanchion up to the ceiling, so turnover back to the Bighorn Rams. By the way, for those curious, LCCC men's basketball falling 96-92 on the road. They dropped to 5-8 on the year. Fortunately, 3 of those losses to McCook right now, but 2 of those games against McCook, they've been playing without 2 of their sophomores.
As this pass cross court is going to be tipped again, last touch by Cheyenne South. So Bighorn will get it back. Side out Rams. They get it into Garber, or rather to Barney. Barney cross courts to Sage. Top of the key to Sage, and South will pick it back off. Down quickly is Callahan. Lost it. Bighorn comes up with it. Barney gives it off. There's about a 10-footer up and in by Tucker Wolf.
The only thing that has spurred this run is getting a couple of good rolls on some of these shots, and sometimes that's just going to happen.
There's a nice drive there, as looping it around some of the taller traffic was Preston Decker. Gets the layup, makes it 23-17. Under a minute to go here in the quarter on the Taco John scoreboard. Bighorn with the ball. Oh, man.
Woo! We're gonna stop talking about them coming close.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
we're just tempting fate now.
We're gonna end up with one of them big kids right in the middle of both of us.
Sorry, Larry, you might have to buy a new computer.
You might be looking at some new equipment here, yeah. 43 seconds to go, and now you got to travel as Daniel Walker started to drive but shuffled the feet. It'll be South basketball. Bringing it down, going to set up the offense. Callahan. They swing it far side to Fernandez. Fernandez drives the baseline, shot up, no good. Rebound, Bighorn. Down quickly, the Rams put up the shot, won't go by Walker. Rebound South, 15 seconds to go.
Hold for a good shot here if you're South. There you go.
Decker. Oh, had a great look by Fernandez. Couldn't get it to fall. And now with 4 seconds, 3. And Bighorn is not going to be able to get a shot off. So some great defense there from South. But at the break, it is Bighorn 23, Cheyenne South 17. Whew. That was an action-packed first half of basketball. We'll be back and check some of the numbers for you after we take a 2-minute break, a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It has the rugged versatility of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and 8.3 inches of ground clearance. It's the most advanced Subaru ever with our latest safety technology and zero emissions. The 2024 Subaru Solterra. Love is now electric. The all-new Subaru Solterra with prices starting at $46,340. See dealer for details.
Come in now for the Subaru A Lot of Love event. Experience the holiday difference at Holiday Subaru.
Being game day ready means bringing the die-hard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Cowboys pride everywhere you go with the Cowboys Visa debit card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for the Pokes every time you pay. The Cowboys Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of the Cowboys. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Cowboys. Member FDIC.
Cheyenne Regional Medical Group's Smart Exam provides low-cost, convenient care for many common illnesses, including influenza, sore throats, headaches, allergies, and more. You will answer questions about your symptoms on our website, and a diagnosis and treatment plan will be sent to your inbox from a CRMG provider. Feel better faster with CRMG Smart Exam. Use today to diagnose your symptoms at cheyenneregional.org/smartexam.
For this edition of the Winter Classic, it is Bighorn out in front, 23-17 over Cheyenne South. Been a pretty energetic game. I'll tell you, Bighorn is, for a 2A school, is big. They are big, and they are athletic, and they are something else to watch. Checking the scoring for Bighorn, Caleb Adsit is their leading scorer. He's got 7. Bridger Doak with 6, Carter Gray with a pair, Jacob Sage with a pair, Cruz Hernandez with 1, Tucker Wolf with 2, Colby Butler with a tray. The only upside for Cheyenne South in this is that Caleb Adsit also with 3 personal fouls and did not play a lot in that second quarter. For Cheyenne South, Dom Callahan has got a pair. Trevin Roybal has got 3, all from the charity stripe. Aiden Mitchell with 2. Des Waters with 2. Preston Decker with 5. Dimitri Cotton with 3. So for Cheyenne South, need to get things cranked up a little bit. Bighorn with 10 in the first, 13 in the second. Excuse me. South with 5 in the first, 12 in the second. And Caleb, you've got to look at the schedule for today. This is just today.
Well, and tomorrow, too.
And tomorrow, okay.
I was able to line kind of everything up. And so South will have another game coming up. Burns, and we'll just go over all the teams that are here for the local area. South will be taking on Pine Bluffs again, 4:30 and 6 p.m. That'll be over at Pine Bluffs High School. So they'll switch locations and go about a 15-minute drive down the road, 10-15 minutes down the road. That again, 4:30 and 6 p.m. That'll close out the games today over at Pine Bluffs for the Hornets. The Hornets actually going this morning as well, as they are taking on Guernsey on the girls' side and boys' side. They tipped off at 11:30, and at 1 o'clock the boys will be taken to the court out there. At 1 o'clock, Burns will take on Tongue River on the girls' side, and the boys will follow that at 3 o'clock, as they put in that's why they were on schedule so much. They put a nice 2-hour window into there to kind of help teams get back on schedule. And then Burns will close things out again over at the main gym with a 7 o'clock and assuming 8:30 game, as they'll take on Moorcroft. Those 2 games again over in their high school gym. Bighorn will be over there at the other gym as well, taking on Lingle. Saturday, the schedule will see Mitchell versus Pine Bluffs over at Pine Bluffs. That'll be the only game for the Hornets over at their side of things. Burns JV and Pine Bluffs JV will be going against each other earlier in the morning, so a little bit of a extra JV match for those 2. But 1 o'clock and 3 p.m. for those Pine Bluffs games for them against Mitchell. And then for South, they'll take on Southeast That'll be 10 a.m. and 11:30, so another early wake-up call for South after they end up finishing up with Pine Bluffs. They'll be back at Burns High School for that on Saturday morning. And then Burns is going to close out the tournament. They take on Southeast at 6 o'clock, and at 7:30 is the schedule for those games. Those will again be at the Burns High School gym to wrap things up here at the tournament.
So an active tournament, as you said. I mean, they're using 2 gyms here in Burns. They got the one in Pine Bluffs. They got
the old high school gym that they're using here in Burns as well, the Burns Old Elementary School gym that they're using as well, and also they've got games over at Pine Bluffs and at Burns. So at Pine Bluffs High School and Elementary School as well. So it's all over the place today. They got 6 gyms that they're using today to get these games in.
Wow, that is something else. It takes a little coordination to get that stuff rolling, I bet. So that is something else. The Winter Classic, good tournament to come out and do, though.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got Burns here. You can see everybody. Burns, Pine Bluffs, Lingle Fort Laramie is here. Wheatland is here. Mitchell is here. Guernsey is here. Bighorn, obviously, and South are here. Moorcroft is here. Tongue River is also here. And it wraps up with Southeast. So, I mean, they when you talk about a small school tournament, 2A and 3A schools, and even South being included in that with the 4A level, you got 3 levels of Wyoming basketball reps. I think there's a 4th one in there, too, because I think there were a couple 1A schools there, too.
There might be, yeah.
It is everybody represented at this one, and it's a great way to come out. I mean, okay, this is a JV game. Okay, I'll walk over to the other school, or I'll hop in my car and I'll drive down the road. There's got food trucks out front.
Got food trucks out front. You gotta love that, man. So, and this is a question I was kind of curious about. If you're Cheyenne South, and you play this morning, right? You play this morning, and then you don't play until what, 4 this afternoon, 5 later? Do you go back to Cheyenne? You go back to Cheyenne and have lunch?
You know, I think you just have them sit in the bleachers like any other tournament and keep watching basketball.
Yeah, you know, that's something. I mean, obviously, you know, a lot of these other teams that travel, you know, they're here to stay. But for Cheyenne South, who's like right in the area, you go home for a few hours, come back, hard to tell. All right, we got a couple minutes away here from the start of the second half. Again, it is Bighorn 23, Cheyenne South 17. We're back in 2 minutes. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Hi, this is Larry Proity from the Morning Pro Shop talking about affordable computer repair. Lanny at Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne reminds you whenever your personal computer, laptop, or iPad is not performing to your standards, then it's time to call Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne at 307-256-8971 and let Lanny's many years of experience fix or address the problems that may exist. Also, watch out for those bad elements out there to harm your computer. Affordable Computer Repair is the perfect choice to consult you on the proper maintenance for your systems. Remember, it's Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne. Please call 256-8971. You know, right now is the perfect time to start thinking about the holidays. Hi, this is Larry Proity for Gift Connections, now on eBay. On your computer, go to ebay.com/str/gift connections. Without the Iron Connections, and sample all of the exquisite line of Rolf Lidberg figurines and Tom-Tars that are imported from Sweden and sold here in Cheyenne and Laramie County. These are wonderful conversation pieces, or add that special extra touch during the holiday season. And they're also great gift ideas, too. Vince, the Cheyenne veteran, reminds you to order today and save 30% off your next order, and he'll deliver your order the next day. Holiday shopping is so easy when you find Gift Connections now on eBay. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union is now offering a simple way to help make your money work for you. Meridian Trust will now pay 4% interest on their Max Rewards free checking accounts with balances up to $25,000 per month. Get all the details at mymeridiantrust.com or stop by your local Meridian Trust branch with 3 locations in Cheyenne. 4349 East Lincoln Way, 1602 East Prairie Avenue, and downtown at 2223 Warren Avenue. Right now is the perfect time to become a Meridian Trust member. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, where your deposits are safely insured by the NCUA. Be sure to stop in today.
South basketball to start the third quarter. Bighorn leads 23-17. We see what kind of adjustments Brandon Wolf makes. For South, it'll be Callahan, Mitchell, Waters, Fernandez, and Cotton. As a shot from the corner by three, count it, Dom Callahan gets South right back into the ballgame. Bighorn down quickly, shot up, no good. Shot is rejected, but Bighorn comes back out with it. They give it off to Barney. Barney, big left-hander. Into the corner to Walker. Walker. From the corner for three. That was Avon Barney. So a couple of three-pointers to open this one up. And Bighorn with a 26-20 lead. 7:06 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. Waters. Oof. Getting bump, man. He is running into Caleb Adsit a lot. Adsit picks the pocket, burns Bighorn down in a hurry. Shot up, no good, but a foul. And Bridger Doak will be headed to the line.
And he just stayed straight up and down for that one. That was a good no call by the officials on that play, but Waters, he didn't do anything wrong necessarily on his side, just a good defensive play. And Bighorn getting out onto the run, too, after that play. They're starting to go into that playbook that South was starting to use to get themselves back into it, and that's get out onto the run on the fast break.
For South, Preston Decker, as Callahan misses the shot, or rather Doak misses the shot. 28-20 is your score. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound, Bighorn. Walker comes up with it. Down in a hurry, they give it to Adsit. Adsit shot off the glass, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. But I'm wondering if an injury for Cheyenne South.
No, there's just a cameraman down there.
Yeah. He was holding his groin area in that first half as the drive was shot up, no good by Decker, but he is hammered on the drive. Well, they're going to say the shot is just blocked out of bounds. Last touch by Bighorn. They get it into Waters. Waters into the lane, off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound cleared out by Bighorn. Barney almost has his pocket picked by Decker. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by South. As into the ball game will be Trevian Roybal. Walker triggers it in for the Rams. Gets it over to Barney. Barney, top of the key. Inside, some nice ball handling, but ball got knocked loose from Doak. South will come out with it. And coming down the lane, you're going to get a whistle on this one. Bridger Doak with the foul. It'll be South High inbounding right in front of the scores, right in front of the South bench. Try to get it into Waters. Too tall, too high for Waters. Adsit is going to pick it off for Bighorn. Into the corner to Barney. Barney, top of the key. They come to Doak. Give it off, a shot from the lane. That is going to bounce its way in by Cruz Hernandez.
That was a good off-ball screen by Bighorn, too, to open that up because Waters was close to getting there, but just had to be delayed a bit getting around that screen.
So a drive into the lane and a whistle. As I believe Adsit, Caleb Adsit has picked up number 4. And that's kind of big because Adsit was their leading scorer. He'll be substituted. Daniel Walker into the ball game for the Rams. As South kicks it all the way out. Dimitri Cotton into Waters. Waters in the lane, trying to get some room to operate. There isn't a lot of it. Ball's going to be saved, but a whistle on the shot. Callahan ended up with the basketball. He is going to do the free throw line. Avon Barney will pick up his second. And Callahan will get a chance here to pair. Left-hander's first one is no good. Second shot is good. So a 9-point lead. Bighorn down in a rush. Shot up, no good by Doak. And the rebound and a whistle. Daniel Walker, his first for Bighorn. So now the Rams are starting to accumulate some fouls. That is now 4 team fouls. South with the basketball. Fernandez bringing it down. Gonna hand this off to Decker. Decker dishes off to Waters. Waters up, off the glass, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound Bighorn. Doak clears it out. Top of the key, now will drive. Tried to dish, taken away. There's the lead pass, and too far out in front as Hernandez cuts it off. And a whistle. See where this one goes. That will go against. That is a deep bench for. That is a deep bench for Bighorn.
And for a 3A school too.
Yeah. As Waters on the drive is going to be fouled.
I liked what Waters did there. He got the ball extended, and something that coaches will tell you at any level is what's the best way to get a defender on his heels is to go at him. That's the hardest person to defend in basketball, is a person coming right at you.
Right at you.
Because you got two choices. You either take the charge or you end up getting into a foul, and
Yep.
Great job by Waters forcing that decision.
Trace Nelson. Committed one foul, and then Bridger Doak with the second. Waters, second shot, no good. So Waters misses a pair. And with 4:14 to go, Bighorn's down in a rush. And just driving into the baseline, Avon Barney takes it to the hoop and scores.
And a good mid-range game is so deadly.
Decker gets the shot up for Cheyenne South. Going to be too hard off the brim. Bighorn comes up with the rebound.
I'm really impressed with Decker's defense, too.
Carter Gray in the lane, puts it up and in, about an 8-footer to make it 34-21. South with the basketball. Callahan finally gets rid of it. Gives it back to Decker. Decker into the corner. Shot up by Roybal is good for 3.
And a couple of those to fall all of a sudden if you're South and you're right back in it.
34-24, got the lead cut to 10.
This is a team that got to 71 yesterday, so, I mean, 24 is not expected from this South team this year.
Bighorn with the basketball. There's a looking for the backdoor cut, and the ball is going to be batted around. It's going to end up right in the hands of Jacob Sage, and he's just going to lay it up and in. He's point blank. It leads back to a dozen for Bighorn. South with the basketball to the baseline. Roybal puts it up, gets it to go. And a whistle.
We'll see if they count it. Yeah, they are going to count it, I think. Oh, maybe they won't count it. I think they're going to say on the floor, and he'll just have 2 free throws. It is bonus, so free throws coming no matter what. They are going to count it. Okay, they do go over to the scorer's table, and he is going to.
Roybal's going to get the basket.
Oh no.
No?
Yes, he will. Never mind. No, they gave it to the.
And they're giving the ball to Bighorn.
It's an offensive. Or it's a foul. There we go. Okay, a foul after the shot was up. The shot counts, and it's an offensive foul against South. Is I believe the look. No, now they did. Okay, now they did give the 2-point. It was an off-ball foul, so no free throws.
Okay.
Although I still think there should have been free throws as they were bonus. There should have been 2 more free throws on top of the made basket by the different player.
Loose ball on the floor, got a scrum for it, and a jump ball is the call. So give Roybal the credit for the basket. The lead is 10. Possession arrow pointing towards Bighorn. Going to get it into Barney. Barney. Get it in. Nice cut by Sage. Sage had the opportunity, but is now going to be tied up. So jump ball is a call. Timeout on the floor with 2:11 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. 36-26, Bighorn by 10. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Since 1992,
She shoots. She scores. It's nothing but net. For your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizzas, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2009.
Graph at Burns Elementary. Our second of 2 today covering Cheyenne South. The Lady Bison coming up short in that first contest. 44-28.
And it really didn't pull away until late in that game. It was they were right in the thick of it, but just couldn't quite get the energy. I know Brody was walking by me and said, I just didn't quite bring the same intensity. And I looked at it and said, it's tough on those 10 a.m. games. I mean, it is.
When you got a short turnaround.
And even regardless of short
you and I are sitting here going, gee, mateys. And we're not doing all that work.
Well, and even regardless of the short turnaround, you're used to playing evenings and afternoons. And all of a sudden, you're like, man, I just woke up.
Inbounds pass as it is caught. Shot put up by Hernandez was no good. The rebound was grabbed by Sage. His shot was no good, but a whistle, and the foul is going to be on Trevon Roybal, his second, at the line for Bighorn, and missing the first is Jacob Sage.
And normally at 10 a.m. you're thinking about your science class, not necessarily playing basketball.
I'm thinking about breakfast. That's what
You're retired.
Yeah.
You just love rubbing that in.
Yeah. Well, I can say I'm retired, but what am I doing here?
What you love.
Yeah. So the second shot is no good, and Bighorn comes up with the rebound, going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touched. Last touch by Cheyenne South. So Bighorn inbounds underneath their own end. I'm looking across the line, and Bighorn is bigger at every position than South.
That is impressive. This is a 3A school that is going to be competing for a state title.
I think so. Now remember, I think they just collected the 2A football title.
A chance at the three-peat. If they go track, they got the sweep and the major ones.
There's a nice drive shot up, no good by Callahan. Bighorn, though, comes out with the rebound quickly down the floor. We got players flying all over the place. Hernandez has his pass inside picked off by Waters. And it gives it off, just something else. Gives it off to Cotton. Cotton's pass is picked off. As Bighorn now back the other way. Hernandez dishes it off. Shot up, no good by Barney. And you got a Bighorn player that is hurt.
Something that I've been noticing about Bighorn, they get back and they just kind of sit back in that zone. Again, it's the same thing we saw on the girls' side of things, and kind of just wait for the other team to make a mistake in that zone. They don't get too far out of it, which won't always win you games.
I think,
you know, if you can play clean.
I think the mat in front of the stage has claimed another player. As Jacob Sage of Bighorn comes off with a pretty bad limp. In any event, it will be South basketball. Callahan, near side, gives it off, shot up for three, no good by Cotton, and the rebound grabbed by the Rams.
And that's the biggest deficit that the South hasn't been able to make up for.
Yeah, there has not been many offensive rebounds for Cheyenne South in this ballgame.
And a lot of offensive rebounds for Bighorn, too, on their side of things. Like it's just the length, as you said, you're battling at every position.
So the foul, I believe, is going to be on Cotton. At the line for Bighorn will be Tucker Wolf. Makes the first.
You could put Decker up onto the board for it.
Preston Decker, yeah.
His third. Both teams in the bonus.
Second shot on the way from Wolf is also good. 38-26, the lead's back to 12. Waters in there in the tall trees. His shot is going to be blocked by Garber, but a whistle. I'm going to say Garber got him on the arm. Somebody got him on the arm.
It was a good up and under. Really got the defense missed, and again, took his time with the position.
Yeah, so Chase Garber with the foul. Waters headed to the line. Knocks the first one in. Des Waters in this contest with just 3 points. Second shot no good. Rebound grabbed by Garber of Bighorn. Gives it off to Barney. Barney to Garber. Garber point blank. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound is going to be scrambled for, but South will come out with it. Fernandez goes far side to Roybal. Roybal now brings it out top of the key. Going to swing it back to the near side to Fernandez. Playing for the last shot with 5 seconds, 4 seconds. There's a drive at the buzzer. Count it as Callahan will get it to go. Cuts the lead to 9, 38-29. Bighorn with the lead back in 30 seconds. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Wyoming owned and operated since 1971, Burns Insurance is Wyoming's right choice for your insurance needs. Burns Insurance is a trusted choice, full-service, independent insurance agency offering a full range of commercial, agricultural, and personal insurance products through many national and regional carriers. Let our friendly, experienced agents help you find the right product at the right price for your asset protection. Buy the policy, get the agent at Burns Insurance, your right choice. Find Burns Insurance on Facebook or at burnsia.com.
Burns Elementary as we hit the fourth and final quarter of action. All right, now the Bighorn Rams leading South 38-29. And Cheyenne South has had problems dealing with the size of the Bighorn Rams.
Yeah, that's been the biggest difference between the two teams right now, has just been the Rams' ability to get back. They haven't just relied on their size, because the size, that's what Burns tried to do yesterday, is they tried to just rely on the size and that running up and down the court. Now it's a team that, okay, we'll run with you, but we're just running back because we know we have the size once we get back there to force you to take threes.
Yeah. It'll be South ball to start this quarter of action. They get it into Des Waters. Waters into the lane, puts it up, and that one will find its way to the bottom of the bucket. 38-31, got the lead down to 7. Bighorn down in a hurry, shot up, no good by Adsit, and South clears the rebound.
See if they keep feeding Waters now that he got that basket to go.
Pass intended for Callahan is through his hands and off into the stands. I'm going to venture to say the next game is Moorcroft and shot
Southeast?
left short, Southeast, yeah. I saw the Cyclone shirts down there. It took me a second, though. I was grinding. I'd have got there eventually.
Both of us were trying to find the word on our tongues.
Shot up, no good. Left short by Callahan. Bighorn clears the rebound, and the Rams are down in a hurry. Looking inside. Now they'll kick it out to Garber, to Barney. And Barney is going to be fouled out on top. I think Roybal picks up his third. First team foul in the quarter.
Garcia putting in some good minutes out there.
Doak triggers it in for the Rams. They get it into Adsit. Adsit turns, fires, and is fouled. South with the double team, Waters down there. And also Callahan, and it's Callahan who's going to get the foul. That'll be his second, team second. Bighorn ball underneath their own basket. They just lob it into Adsit and tipped away, taken away by Waters. Ahead quickly to Roybal. Roybal too hard off the glass, but the rebound is going to be gathered up by Callahan and put back in. And we are down to a 5-point ball game.
Now you're starting to see South take advantage of the speed again.
Bighorn is bigger, but yeah, I got to say, I think South is faster.
Yeah, if Bighorn can't get back, then South can get the numbers advantage.
That was a nice poke by Decker. Knocked the ball away from Doak. Now it's tied up on the floor. Jump ball is the call, and it is possession arrow to Bighorn. I mean, Waters is standing right next to Garber, and Garber is a good 4, 5 inches, 6 inches taller. Yeah.
And Dez is a big dude.
And Dez is a big dude, but I'm telling you, he's looking at Garber right at the chin.
Imagine those two on a football field against each other, offense or defensive line.
Man.
That'd be a battle right there. I think I might give Dez the advantage there just because he might be able to get under the pads of Garber, but
maybe.
Unfortunately, that height advantage for Garber, that doesn't necessarily help all the time on the football field. That'll help him out here on the basketball court.
So Adsit will trigger it in for the Rams. And he'll get it right off the pass back. Left it short on the inbounds, but a whistle.
I'd also venture to say that there's probably a couple of wrestling coaches at South and at Bighorn that are probably wishing that those two guys would come play on their teams.
I bet. Preston Decker, though, unfortunately, has picked up his fourth for Cheyenne South. That's going to send Caleb Adsit to the line for the Rams. They managed to hold Adsit scoreless in that third quarter. Of course, he spent a lot of it on the bench with the 4 personals. So South will bring Preston Decker out. And Dimitri Cotton back in. Adsit makes the second. (39-33), the lead is 6. There's a three-pointer up, no good from Cheyenne South Callahan, but South's going to get the rebound back. Cotton into Waters. Waters working down low, turns, and he is looking at a wall. Finally gets it up and over Garber, but left it short. And Bighorn down in a hurry, and you're going to get a travel there.
That was a good idea by
Yeah.
Waters back on the other side, but once you ran into the wall the second time, instead of trying to force it, back the ball out, reposition yourself, and get it back from one of your teammates. But I think that's a trust thing on at some point in time, making sure that your teammates trust to get the ball back to you once you do get that reposition.
So with the turnover on the travel, South will get it back. They'll reload and try again. Cotton on the near side. Comes to Roybal. Roybal drives, puts it up off the glass, won't go. Rebound Cheyenne South. And a cavalcade of players tripping and falling, as long as it's not on us. Roybal.
Good word.
Thank you.
I gotta give props on that one. That gotta look from me. Cavalcade.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of folks hitting the floor there.
That's a great word, man.
Wait till we hit cornucopia.
Well
done. That will be all right. Plethora, I think, is the.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Waters out on the elbow, working against Garber, and is going to be tied up. And jump ball is the call. Barney tied him up as Waters was trying to drive on Garber. With the possession arrow pointing towards Cheyenne South. Again, the lead is still 6 with 5:40 to go. Timeout. Brandon Wolf wants to talk about this one. You'd like to cut this lead a little bit more. 5:40 to go in this contest. We're back in 30 seconds. You are listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Burgraff from the elementary school in Burns. 39-33 is your score. South trails by 6, but they've got the ball underneath their own end. They get it to Waters. Waters swings it around, gives it to Callahan. Callahan, top of the key to Cotton. Cotton dumps it into Waters. Waters back to Cotton. Cotton gives it back to Callahan. Back to Waters. Waters, now they get it over on the far side. Stepping up, Roybal puts up the shot, won't go. Rebound, Bighorn. Once again, one and done on the offensive end as the rebounding of Bighorn has been something else. As they shot a drive by Hernandez, no good, and a whistle on the play. Hernandez is going to head to the line, as Roybal will collect his 4th. First shot up and good from Hernandez. $5:10 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. Roybal. Hernandez with one more to go. Made them both. So the lead back to 6, 40-34. South with the basketball. Fernandez over on the far side on the wing. Now we'll hand it off to Callahan. Callahan, Waters, back to Callahan on the cut, and he will stick it in. Makes it 41-35. 4:42 to go. Bighorn with the ball. They get it into Adsit. Adsit shot won't go. Got his own rebound and will put it back up and in. .431 to go. Timeout on the floor. As it is 43-35. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
MHP is a certified public accounting firm located in both Cheyenne and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also continue to invest time and resources in continuing education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and valuing their relationships with you. MHP is a proud supporter of local and UW athletics. MHP, check them out at their new location at 1509 Penn Avenue in historic downtown Cheyenne, or call 634-2151.
.431 to go, South basketball. Bringing it down for the Bison. That's Fernandez. He'll drive, give it off to Waters. Waters going to be fouled. So with 4:18 to go, man, we got to patch together. I hope we can get through the end of this one.
It's been that day.
It has. Waters will be at the line for Cheyenne South. He'll have a pair with 4:18 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. Misses the first one. Roybal will check back in for Cotton. So South with Callahan, Roybal, Waters, Fernandez, and Decker. Second shot from Waters is good. Makes it 43-36. South now coming out full court. Doak gets us around to Barney. Barney is going to be fouled. Fernandez picks up his third for the Bison. And unfortunately, that puts Bighorn into the bonus. So Bighorn going to be shooting free throws.
Final 4:05 of this one, they're shooting free throws.
Misses the first one. With 4:05 to go, going to have one more. Missed them both. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Cheyenne South. Here comes the Herd in a hurry. Shot from the corner for three. Off the side of the iron by Callahan, but South comes up with the rebound. Waters to Cotton. Cotton for three. That won't go. And Bighorn clears the boards. Barney bringing it up for the Rams and traveled. He got trapped between Callahan and Fernandez. Drug the pivot foot and turns it over. Okay.
We got no bars.
Got no bars, as usual. So with 3:37 to go, 43-36. It's South basketball. Waters with the shot from the lane won't go. And the turnover right away as the outlet pass is going to be picked off. So with 3:19 to go, South with a lot of opportunities to do something as we're back, 3:14 to go. We apologize for these equipment issues, but man, oh man, doing them from out here is a treat. South trying to cut into this lead. Decker with the ball. There's a shot for three. Count it as Callahan finally connects. Make it 43-39, 4-point game. And now South again with the turnover. Fernandez with the steal. He'll drive, put it off the glass, won't go, but he's going to be fouled. So here's what you kind of missed. First thing is Caleb Adsit has fouled out for Bighorn. So he's gone. There went their leading scorer. And South has cut into this lead. Josiah Fernandez misses the first one. The lead is 4. Fernandez. Second one on the way. Missed them both. But the rebound now again fought for, and they're going to say jump ball. Jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to Bighorn. Here come the Rams. And that pass is going to be picked up by Des Waters. South with a chance to cut this to a pair. There's the shot. There's the score by Preston Decker and a whistle. (43-41). The lead is 2. Preston Decker at the line to chance at the old-fashioned 3. Missed it off the back of the iron. Rebound is going to be grabbed and cleared out by Garber. And now you got a whistle. That foul going to go on Des Waters, his third. That'll send to the line for Bighorn Chase Garber, who is scoreless in this ballgame. First shot, in and out, no good. Cotton will check back in for South. He'll replace Roybal. With 2:22 to go here on the Taco John scoreboard. Second shot by Garber is good. So the lead is now to 3 at 44-41. Bighorn with the lead, South with the ball. They get it to Waters. Waters into the lane. Turns, shoots. Too strong off the back of the iron. Going to be grabbed by Doak of Bighorn. Doak gives it off to Barney. Barney. Back to Wolf. Wolf. To the top of the key. Gives it off to Doak. Inside they go to Garber, who kicks it out to Wolf. Wolf loses control of it. Ball's loose. Going to be gathered up by Hernandez. Hernandez tried to get it inside, now does to Garber. Garber turn around with the left hand, good. 46-41, the lead is now 5. 1:23 to go on the Taco John scoreboard, and Brandon Wolf says, let's talk about it. Timeout South High with $1:23 to go. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Cheyenne Regional Medical Group's Smart Exam provides low-cost, convenient care for many common illnesses, including influenza, sore throats, headaches, allergies, and more. You will answer questions about your symptoms on our website, and a diagnosis and treatment plan will be sent to your inbox from a CRMG provider. Feel better faster with CRMG Smart Exam. Use today to diagnose your symptoms at CheyenneRegional.org/smartexam.
One, you like that one? This is kind of what we're down to with this phone unit, folks. Caleb is standing beside me. He doesn't even have his headset on. He's holding the phone unit. We need to, yeah. He's holding the phone unit in his hand, so we have a signal. So with $1:23 to go, 46-41 on the Taco John scoreboard. Caleb Adsett has fouled out for Bighorn, which is good news for Cheyenne South because Adsett, their leading scorer, with 10. South High with the ball coming out of the timeout. They get it into Callahan, to Waters, back to Callahan for three. Count it. Callahan with 10 here in the quarter. 46-44 is now a 2-point ball game, as catching one right in the face was one of the South defenders, but the ball bounces right back to Doak of Bighorn. He'll give it off to Garber. Garber swings it around to Hernandez, and a whistle. And that was Callahan that caught that one right in the schnoz. Dimitri Cotton with his second. That's going to send Cruz Hernandez to the line for Bighorn. First shot is no good. Second shot from Hernandez. Missed them both, but the rebound is gathered by Bighorn. Man, I'll tell you what, and now it's taken away by South. Driving for the layup and scoring is Dom Callahan. And we are tied at 46 with 41 seconds to go. My, oh my. Timeout Cheyenne South, as we got a brand new ball game. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It has the rugged versatility of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and 8.3 inches of ground clearance. It's the most advanced Subaru ever with our latest safety technology and zero emissions. The 2024 Subaru Solterra. Love is now electric. The all-new Subaru Solterra with prices starting at $46,340. See dealer for details.
Come in now for the Subaru A Lot of Love event. Experience the holiday difference at Holiday Subaru.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Burgraff at the Burns Elementary, and what has turned into a pretty exciting ball game between Cheyenne South and the Bighorn Rams. And then it looks like the Rams are lining up. They got everybody on the end line, and everybody's going to take off on the fly. They get it into Garber. Back to Wolf. Wolf with the left hand is going to be clipped from behind. Roybal, I think, has just picked up his fifth. Headed to the line will be Cruz Hernandez. Cotton will check in for South. Hernandez right now 3 for 6 from the line. Make that 3 for 7. With 34 seconds to go. Hernandez. Second shot is no good. Waters clears it out for South. Here come the Bison. With 23 seconds. Fernandez gives it off to Callahan. Callahan dishes to Decker. Decker with 11 seconds. Back to Callahan. And a timeout now with 9 seconds to go. So here's the plan. We'll keep it here for a minute and give our desk guy a chance to kind of regroup himself. 9.5 is what's left on the Taco John scoreboard. We are tied at 46. For Cheyenne South, Trevian Roybal has fouled out. Got a bunch of players. Preston Decker has got 4. Fernandez with 3, Waters with 3. For the Bighorn Rams, they have lost Caleb Adsit, who was providing most of the offensive punch. He fouled out of the game with 10. After that, his scoring has just been kind of all over the place. But really, they don't have nobody in real hazard of fouling out. So with 9.5 seconds, and now we got a timeout, Bighorn. Well, I'll tell you what, we will take this 30-second timeout. Back in 30, you're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange serves up breakfast, lunch, and dinner each Monday through Saturday. And at Chick-fil-A, they don't have to stray from their menu. They're proud of what they do all the time. Chicken. Check them out online at CheyenneChicken.com and have them cater your next event. Use the convenient drive-thrus. Come inside or use the Chick-fil-A app to do your next order. Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange.
9.5 seconds left on the Taco John's scoreboard. It's South basketball. Chance to play for the last shot and the win. Callahan steps up, shots blocked. There's a chunk at the end, and how about this? Oh, look, we get free basketball. Caleb is thrilled. We are tied at 46 and headed for overtime. Oh, what fun. Words cannot describe the feeling. So we'll have basketball action coming to you next week. This is one of those things, you kind of look at everything that's going on now. So we're not really sure where we're going and who we're covering. But I know we're probably going to have games Friday and Saturday. Just not sure where and when. So keep it tuned. So we got 4 minutes left in this one, as they're going to stick 4 back on the clock. And I'm going to say that's a pretty impressive comeback for Cheyenne South. The downside is you've lost Trevian Roybal, who was one of your main, providing a lot of defensive spark. So they will jump from center. Doak will step out against Waters. So here we go. Tip is going to be controlled by Cheyenne South. Decker, he'll drive up, off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Bighorn. As again, boy, the rebounding of the Bighorn Rams has been something else. Doak with the basketball, gives it out top of the key to Hernandez. Hernandez swings it around to Doak. Doak top of the key. Now down into the corner to Hernandez. Hernandez into the lane. Dumps that one off. Point blank shot. Wouldn't go. And now the ball's loose on the floor. Scrum, tied it up, jump ball. Doak had that one point blank and couldn't get at the ball. Possession arrow is pointing towards the Bighorn Rams. Barney will trigger it in. Barney now will just kick it all the way out to Walker. Walker gives it off to Hernandez. Hernandez, far side. Now they swing it around top of the key to Doak. Doak down in the corner to Fernandez. Fernandez dumped that one inside to Garber. Shot up, no good, but you're going to get a whistle. Des Waters will pick up his fourth. Headed to the line for Bighorn, Avon Barney, who is 0 for 2, 0 for 3. And Barney now finally sinks one. 1 for 6 from the charity stripe, but he gives the Rams a 1-point lead. 47-46 Bighorn. South with the basketball. Callahan swings it near side to Cotton. Cotton to Waters. Waters with the drive. Turnaround jumper from 15. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound, though, is going to be grabbed, put back up, no good by Fernandez, and Bighorn will come out with it. Hernandez with the basketball. Far side to Barney, and pass is almost picked off by Josiah Fernandez of South. Is knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Bighorn. So South will get it back. Dimitri Cotton brings it down for the Bison. Hands that one off to Decker. Decker on a great pass, drops it for Josiah Fernandez, who puts it in. And South now leads by 1. First time they have led in the entire ball game, I think. Bighorn down in a hurry. You get it to Doak. Doak drops it for Barney, and Barney will collect the 2. 49-48 Bighorn with 1:54 to go on the Taco John scoreboard. There's the drive and a layup right down the lane. Preston Decker lays it up and in to give South the 1-point lead, 50-49. Hernandez drives, dishes, drops it for Barney, and Barney will collect 2 more. Avon Barney right now with 5 has given the Rams a 51-50 lead with 1:33 to go here in overtime. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
At First Tier Bank, we strive to keep it simple. We offer great rates on a variety of CDs, and we don't make you open other accounts, or be a new customer, or use your debit card 12 times a month, or have a direct deposit to get them. We leave that nonsense to the new big green bank in town, or some colorful credit union. At First Tier, we simply invite you to come on in and call either of our 2 Cheyenne locations and get a great rate on a CD that fits your needs. Simple, the way it should be. First Tier Bank, 1508 Stillwater Avenue, or 18th and Cary in downtown Cheyenne. Member FDIC.
For Cheyenne South, it's Waters, Callahan, Decker, Cotton, and Fernandez. South basketball. Decker brings it up. Gives it off to Cotton. Into the corner to Fernandez. Fernandez will drive, but a whistle, and they're going to say travel. Fernandez, an extra little bunny hop there when he started his drive. You hear Garcia into the ball game as he'll give Cotton a spell. Down the lane is Hernandez. Hernandez for Bighorn. Gives it off to Doak. Doak. Back to Fernandez. They dump it into Garber. Garber's going to be double teamed. Ball knocked loose. South's going to come out with it. Callahan. Drops it for Decker. Decker into the lane. He's tied up. Ball knocked away. Tapped away. Bighorn comes up with the loose ball. Barney with 46 seconds to go. To Hernandez. Hernandez going to be fouled. That will go on Callahan. That is his third. At the line for Bighorn is Hernandez. Makes the first one. As Cotton will check back in. Makes them both. So the lead is now 3 with 40 seconds to go. There's a three, up, in, no good. Wow, that was a good look by Callahan, and that one almost fell, didn't fall. And that foul is going to go on Callahan. That's his fourth, fighting for the rebound. That'll send Daniel Walker to the line for Bighorn. Walker's first shot is good. Makes it 54-50 with 34 seconds left. Missed the second one. Waters will collect it. Gives it ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez. There's a drive, a shot, a foul. I believe Bridger Doak's going to get called for this one. That'll be his fourth. Headed to the line for Cheyenne South is Preston Decker. If you're the Bighorn staff, the last thing you want to see is South with a chance to score points without the clock running. Decker missed the first one. Carter Gray checking back in for Bighorn. He'll replace Bridger Doak. Decker with a chance for one more. Missed them both. Bighorn going to come up with the rebound. And Avon Barney is going to be fouled right away. Fernandez will pick up his fourth. Headed to the line for Bighorn, Avon Barney, who has 5 here in overtime. Make it 6. He's been the difference here in the overtime for Bighorn. They have lost Caleb Adsit back in the fourth quarter. Missed the second one with 24 seconds to go. South collects the rebound, and here they come. 4-3, count it. Fernandez with the three-pointer gets it back to a 2-point game, 55-53, 16 seconds left. We're back in 30. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Overnight stays, weekend getaways, or last-minute vacations. However you choose to get away, earn double rewards on your travel purchases with your Platte Valley Bank Rewards credit card. Earning is twice as nice on hotels, airlines, car rentals, and more, now through December 31st. As always, earn 1 point per dollar spent on everything else, plus no annual fee. Apply now at pvbank.com and start earning double today.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC. Subject to credit approval, certain restrictions apply. Special offer only valid on consumer rewards credit card.
Is, of course, our second game of the day into overtime. But just 17 and a half seconds left. It's going to be Bighorn ball. They lead by 2, 55-53. And Bighorn just reverts to what they do naturally. They just look like they're playing football. As they get it off to Barney, and Barney is going to be fouled right away. And I believe that is going to be number 5 on Josiah Fernandez. Headed to the line is going to be Barney again. Barney with 6. And that is here in the overtime. Into the ball game again for Cheyenne South is Yahir Garcia. At the line will be Avon Barney. Knocks the first one in. So that makes the lead 3. And makes them both. Barney with 8 points here in the overtime, and now you get a travel on Garcia. So Bighorn going to get it right back with 12 seconds to go. They get it in to Barney. Barney dishes it off to Hernandez. Hernandez is going to be fouled with 6.6 to go. 4-point lead. Foul goes on Cotton, his 3rd. At the line will be Hernandez, who is 2 for 2 so far in the overtime from the charity stripe. Make that 3 for 3. Took him a while to find his range. Second shot. No good. South rebounds. Waters gets it ahead to Decker, and Decker dribbled it out of bounds. Trying to get it up the far side as fast as possible. 3.6 to go. Bighorn now with a 5-point lead. We'll just kick it back to Garber, and that'll be the ball game. Your final score, Bighorn 58, Cheyenne South 53. We will take a 60-second timeout. We'll come back, give you the final score, and go run down the scores. Back in 60, you're listening to high school basketball on 14.
Since 1992, I've taken quite a few of the Proetti family vehicles to have them serviced at Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service. This is Larry Proetti from the Morning Pro Shop on KYOI-FM, inviting you to come to locally owned and operated Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service at 604 West Lincoln Way. I can tell you everything that needed to be serviced or fixed. John and his professional staff have been there to take care of those minor annoyances so they don't multiply into bigger problems. For example, regular oil changes, replacing a heating and air conditioning unit, shocks, windshield wipers, batteries, even replacing the bulbs in my headlights and my brake lights. But the most important feature at Cars is that John is a TechNet professional, which says he is one of the best and trusted in the country to do service on your vehicle. Open Monday through Friday. Stop by to 604 West Lincoln Way or call for an appointment at 632-0498. Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service.
To head out, Burns, basketball at 2 or 3 different locations. Pine Bluffs, they're playing in gymnasiums over there. The Winter Classic is here. If you like 2A, 3A basketball, this is a great place to be for the weekend. Scoring for the Bighorn Rams, Daniel Walker finished with 1. Caleb Adsit finished the contest with 10. Avon Barney finished with 12. But what was even more surprising about that, 2 4s, he finished 8 in overtime alone. Chase Garber with 3, Doak with 8, Jacob Sage had 4, Cruz Hernandez finished with 8, Tucker Wolf with 4, Colby Butler with 3, as the Rams finish with 58 points. For the South High Bison, they were led by Callahan. He had 20. Trevon Roybal with 8, Des Waters with 6, Hernandez with 5, Decker with 9, and Dimitri Cotton finished with 3. So Cheyenne South comes up short on both ends of the girls-boys doubleheader for today. Again, I do want to remind you, we will have high school basketball action coming your way next weekend. We'll let you know when and where. Just tune in to the Morning Pro Shop and, of course, my morning show over on 1480 K-Ray. High school sports on 1480 K-Ray, brought to you by Affordable Computer Repair. Gift Connections now on eBay. MHP LLP, Chick-fil-A, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service, Page Lane at Number One Properties, 2 doors down, Platte Valley Bank, The Gill Window Company, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, Burns Insurance Agency, First Tier Bank, Wyoming Department of Transportation, Kia of Cheyenne, Pepsi of Cheyenne, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, Halliday Subaru in Motor City, FNBL, and of course our scoreboard sponsor, our friends at Taco John's. For Caleb Burgraff, who has done exemplary duty on this Friday morning, and for Doug back at the K-Ray Studios, we now send it back to 1480 K-Ray. We're regular programming. I'm RJ Fox. Have a good day.